Hello everyone. Oh, it's doing that thing where it says it's private, but I know it's not. Right, so I just decided to come on now because I said I'd come on any time between 6:30, which was pretty much half an hour ago, and I'm tired. So, like I said, I'm in a good mood and everything. I've had loads of energy, but yeah, like I said, most of the time I do. Yeah, I'm in a routine and I do like to get to my bed quite early. I mean, I don't fall asleep for hours, but I go to my bed. Do you know what I mean? I like to hang out in my bed. So that was a very Cancer moon thing to say. And we're not in Cancer moon, we're in Leo moon, damn it. So let's get some Leo moon on the go. I better finish this coffee because it's not considered fasting until I stopped drinking. Yeah, that's the thing. There's something about throwing the rule book away or throwing the rules out the window because because I'm doing intermittent fasting, I usually like every night, apart from like I didn't the other night when I went for tea, my mum, I stopped eating at 6. But because it's got milk in it, that counts. But it's not exactly the end of the world, is it? So because everything that I do is channeling, that's going to have something to do with it. Like, and when I'm piecing together that message, so it's what's really quite mind-blowing is like, again, like I got up really late. I'm just giving you a whole rundown here, but some of it's going to matter, so I'll just say it. Like I got up really late, even though I knew I was going to meet my cousin and her boyfriend. But anyway, I got up really late. That's funny that I don't know why the hell that's done that. It's just given me a reminder to do Mediumship Monday, which is why I'm here. And Elton John, I'm Still Standing just came on, so that's going to be relevant as well. I'm still standing. Maybe you feel like after everything you've went through, you're still standing. Feels like very sort of Nine of Wands, wounded warrior sort of feeling. I've actually not got any tarot through here. Yeah, I've not got any tarot through here. But by the way, if I start burping or hiccuping or anything, it's when I'm transmuting energy, if you're new. So yeah, anyway, just before I forget, like that, I recorded that video earlier, like when I got up, because I thought, right, I don't want to do it later, and I'm sticking to doing those roomy ones. I can really stop anytime from now because the Lionsgate portal's been, and I always just kind of do it for that energy, but I'll probably just do it until we come out of Leo season. But anyway, yeah, what was quite interesting when I was watching it back was, yeah, those energies were really mirroring. So you might not be knowing what I'm talking about if you've not seen it yet, but it was like basically like a twin flame couple, basically, and it'll be a wave of twins, like both feeling very stuck. And just, yeah, a lot of interference, as like there always is in twin flame connections. And so that'll be why I'm still standing on. Fuck, I need to turn this off. The outfits they're wearing are pretty horrendous. And anyway, I'm going to leave the music channel on because I really do feel they want me to work with that way of this tonight. So again, I think I'll just sort of chill and yeah, if nobody's here, nobody's here, but I'll just sort of do whatever, go with the flow like I always do. And like I said, it is Mediumship Monday, so I'm holding space. If I feel a message coming through from a specific loved one's in spirit, I'll go with it. Otherwise, I'll just do collective message, do what I usually do. Again, like I say, half the time when I do collective messages, it is actually loved ones in spirit coming in too. But this is where I'm going to just be open to home in a wee bit more. But like I said, I'm not putting pressure on myself. This is the most fun energy for me to do this. So I do feel this is quite meant to be. And I didn't plan this because I was like, don't know if we'll do it like, but I can just tell, like, I'm good at working out. I don't like secrets and surprises and stuff. And I'm good at working out. I feel like my own love and spirit and my guides are kind of tricked me to come on here tonight. So, I really don't even know what that means, but yeah, I do feel we are going to, be Electric Avenues just come on. what was I going to say? Yeah, just because I wear this, because I wear the astrology as in my chart, it is basically showtime. Do you know what I mean? Of some sort. So, and I'm on here all the time, so it's always showtime. But I feel it'll be, for some reason, something will be a bit more of a showtime. But it could even just be that I deliver someone a message that really means something to you. But I'd hope I fucking do that every time I'm on here. But yeah, there's something. So we'll just see. I'll not overthink it. Mercury in Virgo. You can overthink stuff. You can want things to be perfect. You can want to know all the answers and the plans and what's the plan tonight, spirit, and all that again, which I'm not usually like. But like I said, that energy can make you like that. And then we've got Mercury going retrograde, not too far away from now as well. I think that's the 23rd. Right, okay, so what else was I going to say? Yeah, and I've already had some wee synchronicities today that kind of indicate that I'll wait and see who comes on the chat. But the minute, if someone comes on the chat that I feel that I was definitely getting pulled at by someone in the spirit world, then I'll go with a message for them. So we'll just see. But I just realised I literally caught, like, I'm not even kidding, like 15 minutes of a film earlier. It was the one I mentioned we were channeling, and I turned it off. That's funny, channeling, because it's got chanting in it as well. But I turned it off. I just like to watch the bit of him in it. I turned it off. I'm not even fucking kidding, because the guy's in the film about 10 minutes, so you can probably work out why. But yeah, I just realised there's a name in that that's significant to someone that comes on here. Anyway, so that's actually fucking horrible, by the way. Wonder Woman it up though. Yeah, we're gonna stop. That's not the best. I've got my water with me, and I'm just gonna put my wee right, okay. So sorry, I don't even know if anyone's here. I've not looked. Right, so fully charged, right? Fully charged and ready to go. A bit like me. So is my phone. There I am. And I don't know what, oh look, there's Lexi already. And I don't know why I've titled it that. Again, like, you know, it just pops into my head. Leo season and dark moon in Leo shadow work and fun. I was being a bit of a wide though, you know what I mean? Because shadow work isn't very fun. And a Leo dark moon isn't really, Leo doesn't scream shadow work, like I said on the video earlier. But the dark moon is for shadow work. It is for going inwards, reflecting, and preparing really for the energy of the new moon, which is in the UK, that is in the morning, sort of late morning UK time on the Wednesday. So it's really great. Like I said, we're in Leo moon from now until Wednesday morning. So it's great. It's a great fun energy to be in. And I've seen my cousin now, so I'm happy. I hadn't saw her for, I don't know how long I hadn't seen her, for maybe like a couple of years. But that was fun. Something just flashed up that says top secret. So again, and I just mentioned secrets and surprises. So I do feel there is something top secret. So it's quite funny because, like I said, I do feel the spirit world are keeping secrets from me about what I'm going to do tonight. And I still like, again, I've got my suspicions, but anyway, bloody blah. But that could be relevant to you somehow, right? Let's see what Lexi's saying before half an hour's passed and the person's gone. So. No, they're not loading slow. I just hadn't looked yet, so don't worry. But they go so slow, don't they? Like, that's what I found so annoying. Like, when I was watching back, and I still watched the bloody end of that, but I read myself, so I probably won't. But I will watch it at some point, but I haven't watched it yet. But I've watched it only so far. But like, yeah, when I was watching it back, like, not only, like I said, did I not see comments when I was live, but I feel that was because, again, it's like a spiritual blind. I've got time blindness, but it's like I get a spiritual blindness because I was homing in on the people that I was healing. Yeah, I just wasn't seeing some of the other comments, but that happens anyway, even when I'm not doing that. So just so you're aware of that, if that happens tonight as well. But like when I was on Facebook, it was like the comments I saw were the ones I was meant to see. Like if you're doing it that way, where there was that many people, and I just picked who I was led to. Because I will eventually do it like that on here when there's more people. It won't be like who arrives kind of first. I don't think it'll be who am I led to. But just now it's fine to do it this way. I don't know. I don't know. I just go with the flow. But yeah, they do load very slowly. But I also am slow to get to them. Right, so I keep forgetting to email you. I feel tired too, and I just went down a new rabbit hole after starting a new TV show. Oh dear, those rabbit holes, they just never stop, do they? Actually, that's very, by the way, because you like everyone, like most of the people that hang about here, show up in that the masculine energy. That is very much the energy. Like I nearly titled that video that I've just published, but I thought, fuck's sake, like I've titled ones like that before, but I nearly titled it like Divine Masculine is Spiritually Awakening. And what interested me is I recorded that earlier today, and it was uploading when I went out and about. And then when I haven't been on my YouTube timeline or that, because like I said, I went out to see my cousin, but when I came back, I noticed that there was 2 other videos I saw, and it was basically, I could tell it was the same message. So again, just see which ones you are led to if you're guided to, watch other things. But I really wouldn't be surprised if you see ones that are similar to the one I just released, basically about, it's just this theme of somebody being able to see through what they couldn't see before. And so it's a little bit in line with what you're saying, like, say if you're going down a rabbit hole, it's like because the whole sort of spiritual awakening rabbit hole is that, like, your third eye wasn't open to something in the world before, and then you see the truth and you're like, oh fuck. But the thing that could be quite lonely about it is, especially if you awaken like long before other people, as you might try getting all tongue-tied again. Yeah, you might have tried to tell other people around you. I mean, obviously this completely resonates for me. You might have tried to tell other people around you about the terrible things that were coming to light because you cared about them, you love them, and you wanted to pre-warn them. But they might just not have been ready. Like, they might never be ready, some of them. But also at the same time, some of these people might be seeing that now, years after you did. And that's part of the thing that, again, I do attract a lot of other mediums, healers, like I'm a way shower, so other people that do the same as me. And but just even in any kind of field, like you said, where it's like you might be somebody that kind of gets it before other people, and even if you're not doing that kind of work, it's a weird one actually when I'm channeling, because what I'm trying to say is, like, on the twin flame journey as well, one twin gets it before the other. So whether it be anyone around you or whether it be your twin, it is really important that you do have a certain humbleness about you, that you don't kind of have this kind of, oh, I told you so, and like, yeah, basically, like, I told you so energy, because like I say, nobody likes that. Just as much as, like, with divine masculine energies that didn't get the connection before, or they didn't see things in the world before, and then they do, like that'll be some of yous, it'll be some of your twins, then they have to come humble, you know what I mean? Because it's like, oh shit, like I've acted from a place of ego because I didn't get it, and now I've awakened to this love, is the way I would say it, but I get it, and it doesn't feel so good. And that's basically the energy that I'm really much, that doesn't make sense, but that I'm feeling in the ethers right now. But yeah, it can be things like that too. So anyway, let's see. I'll back all that up with the cards. But like I said, that one I done earlier was pretty juicy, like, because I liked it all juicy, but it was very, see what I mean? It's quite funny. I'm just laughing, observing myself. Like, these are the ones that when I channeled them like a year ago, definitely a year and a half ago, but a year ago, I'd be like, oh fuck, I'm not putting that out, man. This is like a fucking sitcom or a film or something. But it makes sense because it's Leo sun, Leo moon. That is drama. If you know anybody that is a Leo sun and moon, or a double Leo anything, they're going to be dramatic in some sort of way, or they're going to be very confident, or overconfident as well. Like Leo energy is confidence, but it's also ego. A little bit like, to roast myself there, or anyone that, or actually to roast me and you, like say, like Aries energy is ego as well. And so that both basically, you see how it works, both signs that are about confidence can be about ego as well. So it's kind of like you've got to keep these things in check. But like I would say, even though we go through our spiritual awakening and our death of ego, which again, they make me talk about this because it's very current in the air, you don't, you know, I'm not one of these people that's like, oh, I don't have an ego anymore, or you shouldn't have an ego anymore, or it's just if you've got too much of it, that's when it becomes an issue. And that's where the humbling comes in. Life will humble you. Your twin can humble you. It could go either way. Situations can humble you, you know. So I just feel this is a big mixed bag of what's going on for everyone. But there is a kind of, to do a bit of shadow work around this too. Like, if you are confidently living your truth and following your calling, you can actually, this is, they're yeah, I need a card deck to back this up. They're just kind of saying to me, you can trigger other people. Like, I was given a message like this recently, and it's just, yeah, it just happens to me all the time. You can trigger other people that aren't doing that, and they can have a distorted perception of you. Do you know what I mean? Until they have that confidence themselves. So it's all that shadow work, because it's fucking complicated, isn't it? So sometimes, to be clear, as Maud does like to say, sometimes you are coming from ego, and you're just coming from ego, or you're being a bit of a smart ass, or however you want to say, you're being a bit cocky. It's like, whatever, you know, everyone can be like that, and you kind of got to check yourself if you've got a lot of awareness, or maybe those close around you will. Be careful who you let do that to you, I would say, because again, it's a slippery slope. You know, make sure it's people that you know, love and trust, and they do actually have your best interest at heart. And then the other side of it is, sometimes you're not in that place at all. You're confident, and you're good at what you do, and it therefore intimidates others. And so, oh, and it just said there's a problem, right? Okay. My child, what better you said that to? Yeah, he's triple Leo. He doesn't strike me as coming from ego, but he's just in that inner childlike energy. But we'll see as he gets older. You might need to check up, like, hey, Watson, just come on, fuck's sake, man. You know what I mean? Knock it down a peg or two. But no. Right. What have I got in my mouth? I'll start gagging in that. I feel like my. Is that? Must be talking to an angel. Must be talking to an angel. No, it's Sweet Dreams. Sweet dreams are made of these. What's that? 1983. Right, sorry. So, what is the TV show? Or just email me if you, for some reason, can't tell me here. After Thursday, I keep seeing Anubis everywhere in places where his statue should not be, and on kids' shows. Oh shit! Right, okay. So now you are telling me. Yeah, I hear you. It's horrible, isn't it? It's really horrible. Yeah. Email me, because it is horrible. Yeah. Once you see that, you can't unsee it. What were you watching? The Last of Us. I don't know what that is. What was the kids program that you saw it on? Thankfully, Kurt's like already heard all the things and just waits for me to hear about it when I'm ready to talk about it. Yeah, and isn't that beautiful? Like, that is, like, I love that you are saying that, Lexi. This is where it's helpful, because that is, see, that beautiful, because I haven't read that, but that's like really in line with what I just said. Like, because I was channeling it first, like it's like anyone around you, like your friends and your family, or it can be your partner, your lover, whatever the fucking deal is there. Some random you hook up with, you're single. I don't know what your situation is, right, people out there, but it's kind of like, but now you're, because you are actually in union, like, you know, you're married. It's like, there's a perfect example of like one twin getting it, or getting stuff before the other. So I love that you've just said it like that it's like he becomes aware of this stuff before you, and then he waits for you to get it, you know what I mean? Because it's nothing to do with it's not like not getting something. Like, I know people know this, but I feel somebody watching needs to hear it, so I'm just going to say it. It's not like anything to do with intelligence. or even emotional intelligence. It's to do maybe a little bit. It's to do your consciousness, and it's just like, yeah, it is a divine time. Yeah, it's a divine timing thing, and that's what I mean about it. It's not like, and I just sometimes I see this quite a lot within the twin flame community, which I can always say we're in our own fucking community, right? But in the twin flame community, yeah, people can be quite egotistical about some stuff, but also when it comes to things like, yeah, just, you know, spiritual awakening and that as well, like people being like, oh my God, have you only just found out about that now? I've known that for ages. It's kind of like, you know, it's a really good example, right? You know how, like, fairly often, like someone will probably do it tonight at some point, depending how long I'm on for. Like someone will be like, my battery's 11% and it's 11 or something. There was at one point in my journey, because that has been, yeah, I mean, it's just the truth that I have been away. That happened to me like long before people, it was cool to talk about it and people were chatting about it in Facebook groups and all that. And I was actually one of the people that would help people to be like, oh, you know, if you look it up here, this is great. And, you know, Circle in the Sand, Heaven on Earth just came on. I don't know why that's relevant to someone, but they just got me to read it. Heaven on Earth kind of feels like New Earth. Circle, maybe something's coming back full circle. Oh God, what was I going to say there? Oh, come on, give me it back. Yeah, but basically, right, that is a good example, right? Because it did used to get on my tits. Like, I'd done it for years. Like, I was in Facebook groups, I'd be that person helping people. And then it just got to the point where, like, oh my God, I'm so bored of this. And that's what it's like with spiritual awakening. It's like, once you're aware of something and it's like, you've seen whatever you call the angel numbers, or like I said, it was channeled to me to call them activation codes. So I don't like, yeah, that is what I tend to refer to them to at most. But all that stuff, like, but basically, hopefully, you know, when people say these things, I don't ignore it. Do you know what I mean? So when people say, oh, my battery's whatever percent of it, I'm not like, oh, who gives a fuck? Do you know what I mean? Like, like I'm just like, oh yeah, do you know what I mean? Or but it's just because other people might need to see these numbers, like, you know, it's part of your soul, your spiritual awakening. But what I'm saying is that it takes discipline, it takes doing a lot of your own shadow work, working with yourself. Because what I'm saying to you, it's not that stuff doesn't still annoy me. Do you know what I mean? Because it, like, I've tried, it's hard to put this in the words, but I do get, but that's part of it. When it's hard for me to put in the words, it means it's hard for someone to put into words what they're trying to say. So that this is going to have something to do with something else, but I'm just going with it. It's like, if something's been on my radar for such a long time, it does make sense that I'm going to inevitably be a bit bored of it. You know, like how I get bored of channeling about twin flames and saying twin flames and saying divine masculine, divine feminine. It bores the tits off me sometimes, right? A lot of the time. But I do it because it is literally what I'm here to do. It's in my astrology. It's in my soul blueprint. It is my calling. So I accept that. And I just make it work. Yeah, I take a break when it's like really, really too much. And I'm always open for, you know, just, I don't know how to change things up in that, like, you know, the downloads are coming. But anyway, there is something about that. It's about, you know, just check yourself before you wreck yourself. Because I really do feel some of you out there, it's like some of the things, and Lexi's just confirming it. Sorry, I'm going to read this in a minute because I bet you whatever you've wrote is just going to confirm back what I'm saying. Some of your twins are going to be going through some of the stuff that you could have went through like quite a long time ago. Like you could have went through it like 10 years ago or more, or 5 years ago or 2 years ago. And it's just about, like, I really do just feel some of you need to hear that when you started seeing stuff like that, it was freaky. You were like, why am I seeing this all the time? And like, has anyone else seen this? And again, you might have tried to say it to other people and other people didn't have a clue what you were talking about. Again, it's not really, if you mention that kind of stuff to people in this day and age that we live in and they don't get it, you truly are around either the wrong people or they're just late to the party, I suppose, and awakening too, or they might just be people that never, you know, wake up properly. But it's, yeah, if provided you're going to the right sort of soul family, like people are going to, you know, they're going to get it. You know, they're not going to be like, you know, that's a bit weird that you're saying 555 and it means big change, or like, you know, I want to dance if somebody's just came on there as well. So I'm just being aware that dancing came up in the one that I channeled yesterday. With somebody who loves me. It's like somebody just wants to have fun with somebody who loves them. I said that really, that's so funny that I said that really seriously. And it's someone from the past. It's a past love. This is exactly the same as the one earlier. Your memories are like diamonds in a treasure chest of your spirit. More and more memories are arising within you. More and more memories are arising in this energy. Again, it's a divine masculine energy, the collectives that are going through that, of a past love. And remember the happier moments with your loved ones who are here in the spirit world, for neither time nor distance can stop the energy of the love that you have for one another. So remember, that's meant to be about like missing a loved one in spirit, a granny or a granddad or a friend, or whoever it's going to be about. But in that way, it did feel like it's like someone's on memories of the past for someone they love that's alive, because it's like, neither time nor distance can stop the energy of love that you have for one another. So okay, now I'll read these comments. Again, this is if you're new, that's the bit where I just have to fire out everything that's hanging above my aura or in my energy for whatever people need to hear, but it's slowed down a little bit. Right, I saw Anubis on Adventure Time. It's like a weird cartoon, but it's wild. I'm working on my Egyptian tattoos and books, and all of a sudden it's like Anubis is reaching out. It feels like, oh, interesting. Last of Us. Well, the thing is, remember that what we done the other night, like it's everything I do is like an activation. So that doesn't surprise me that it's like, and those cards are powerful. I mean, I've watched back the bit that was for you and Kurt. So it was like, yeah, those cards don't play basically. I mean, like I pulled myself this one and I just kind of skimmed it, but it was Awakening Divine Perception. And actually, come to think of it, I pulled that, and it's like that is what I'm channeling right now. So it's basically, I take that to mean it just never stops. Like wherever you're at on your awakening process, your ascension, your eyes are just being opened to more and more and more, whether it be worldly stuff or in your personal life. I mean, I say this all the time, but someone needs to hear it. Last of Us is about a fungal infection being able to live in human bodies, which they aren't supposed to live in environments over 94 Fahrenheit. What's that in hours? In mine? Come on, I'm not good at maths. Which causes people to go crazy. Oh, right, okay. I fucking hell. I think we're seeing a bit of that in the world already. That's interesting, by the way, because if you watch the one I've just published, right, I said that in the bit of the film I was watching earlier, they mentioned the drug. Well, I don't know how to spell it, so ZER, that one. But it was they were referencing it like that it was all health, there may be psychologists or something, people that dish out the drugs basically for like people that aren't feeling well, but they were basically saying like, we better watch, we better cover our back because it didn't work out too well for them. They had to, well, I don't know, they were saying something about it was 2 billion to cover it up or something. I thought, how fucking crazy is that when they were one of the front runners for the thingy? And, if you move in the right circles, there's a circle thing, the awareness is there. And like I always say, I'll see, this is what I mean. They're making me go Leo dramatic in the kind of outspoken way. That makes me a bit uncomfortable, but I know I'm a truth bringer, so I'm here to do it rather than the twin flame. But it's like, these are some of the uncomfortable truths that are coming to light. Again, shadow work, shedding light on the darkness. Yeah. Like that's, yeah, fuck, right, okay. 34, that means nothing to me, Lexi. You're still talking American. I'll Google it. Not right now, though. Trying to make fungal infections a thing like the sickness we don't talk about. They started this test and see, right. So how mental is that, right? That is not a coincidence that you saw that recently. And then I've saw that today where the guy's saying that look, they had to cover up that for their fuck up, basically. And that film is from 2013, 10 fucking years ago. Do you know what I mean? And there's a song on right now called Loco in Acapulco. That's the one that's on Cocktail, eh? It's on a film like that. The film that's in the video isn't Cocktail though. I feel it's that one. Sorry, I didn't mean to start an uncomfortable. No, you didn't. You didn't, because I would like I feel whatever happens is meant to happen. So you were meant to say that, because it's like I said, it's not a coincidence that like you've not seen it because I just published that video, but I channeled about what I've just said in that video. And again, I have no idea why that's come into the twin flame, like, you know, love story channelings that I do every day, but it did. So what it actually tells me is somebody out there, or a wave of twins that were sleeping or not as awake, have become more aware of the corruption in the world. We'll just put it that way. Or, you know, it could even be people that are really feeling the, oh my God, the side effects. What the fuck do you think that film's called? The film is called Side Effects. That's just blown my fucking mind. I'm being very Leo dramatic right now, but that's blown my fucking mind. The film is called Side Effects. And that's what I feel it is. Someone is like having extreme reactions, side effects to whatever. Now, it can be two things. It can be, because again, I try to be mindful of the fact, this is what I mean, it is hard to it's hard to do what I do around here, because I'm just aware that some people in the community will be the person themselves that actually took the stuff, right? And everyone will have their own reasons for that. So we're not going to get into all that shit, right? It's just, it is what it is. And for some people, it is literally, you know, they didn't, genuinely weren't awake to what that was all about, the evil agenda, even though I'd warned people. And again, that this could be people that hadn't seen me giving out the warnings and well in advance, or anyone else. So it's like I said, there's shaming people, and shame and guilt about anything never fucking solves anything, right? Especially when what's done is done. It's just, so whether I'm talking to someone that is you, that is feeling some uncomfortable side effects of taking something that you've realised wasn't good for you. Let's face it, because some people will have taken, like, it wasn't even, it was like water or something. Or there's two things. Or it could be people that you love that are, you're seeing them experiencing, I don't know, weird mood changes or things in their health. Or the other complicated thing is, it is a thing that, see what I mean? Like this is what I mean about, I feel like I was tricked to say this, because I'm like, I don't know why I'm doing that, because I've spoken about this before, but it's just, you can actually suffer poor health if you didn't take this anything, but you're around a lot of people that did. And to be honest, like I because I take on people's pain and I transmute it, like I have to clear myself a lot because of that, and I have to protect myself, and so anyway, so this is all very real. It's frequencies, and it's why I always say about different sort of platforms and that as well, like how addictive some of these other platforms are and the frequency that they're putting out. And actually something was drawn to my attention yesterday about you know, the amount of sort of like channels and that could just pop up out of nowhere, and they've got, like, you know, millions of followers or thousands of followers and stuff, and like hypnosis stuff or subliminals or anything like that. Just be really wary, because, you know, you could be easily fooled by like the ego. See where they're going with this, like the shiny glittery thing, or like, you know, the hot man on the tarot card. It's like, come with me. It could also be a hot girl that's like, come with me. It's like, wait a minute, it's like it's coming in that fast, but it's like they're saying in the Matrix, you know, when he gets just, it's like the woman in the red dress is meant to distract them from the mission. It can, you know, it can be a man, it can be a woman, it can be, you know, it can be anything that distracts you, but it's something false. It's not real. Oh God, that's like how I ended that. I ended that channel and today saying that it's like basically the test is not to fall for, not to, like basically to not to, I don't know what I said, but something along the lines of like to wait for the real thing. Because it takes, real patience and dedication and devotion and like the majority of people do just self-sabotage, they do. So, don't beat yourself up about that if that's you or it's been you or it's still you. That is most people. But it's like, I got fucking sick and tired of self-sabotage, so I done something about it and I self-sabotage. I'm not going to say never, but a hell of a lot less than what I ever did before. And for somebody that's got ADHD, dyslexia, dyspraxia, fuck knows what else, that's saying, that is a lot. And I help a lot of other people that struggle with similar stuff meet their goals as well, some of which are talking right now. So that would only be you, Lexi, because you're the only one. Yeah, but do you know what I mean? It's like, it's so that there's something in that about other people that, don't let yourself be stuck in a rut, because there is something you can do about it. Because there's Lexi's like, following her calling, that part of her calling just now, doing the tattoos. And at one point, you're just like, oh, this is taking ages. But I mean, look, you're flying. I'm very proud of you. This show was made this year and based in 2023. Oh God. I'll have to watch it. Oh, what side effects? Yeah, I think you probably like it actually. It's quite creepy. But I just don't like things that have got stabbing and shooting and all shit like that. I'm like, no. But like I said, it was Channing Tatum and I'm like, oh, hello, what's this? But literally, he's not in it for very long. So, but no, it's really good. It's like quite a mindfuck one. Do you know what I mean? But it's a good film. It doesn't help, but it's one of those films that's kind of like in bits. It reminds me a bit of the butterfly effect. There's something about butterflies. Could get the words out there. That means so. Because butterflies keep coming through in the cards, and but the butterfly effect is like all itty bitty. You have to watch quite a few times to get it. And actually, that's very twin flamey, because it's like he keeps waking up and thinking he can change the story, but he just keeps making things worse. So that might mean something to someone. Like basically, what's going to happen is may happen. Feels like timelines, that film. That film feels like timelines, but he keeps trying to change what happens. And he keeps making it worse, and that's a bit dark. But in this film, it's a bit like that, but not really. But I caught it halfway through, so I was like, what was this all about? So I kind of watched it all in different orders. Could You Be Loved has just come on, Bob Marley. Unfortunately, those are comfort shows. What do you mean? You like watching things like that? Each their own, but I don't. It scares me. I just learned last night it's not even worth to live in fear. What are you talking about? Sounds rather deep. Absolutely not. The one with Ashton. Yes, that is the one with Ashton Kutcher. 'Cause all of the stars are fading away. Just try not to worry. I'll see you someday. Just take what you need and be on your way and stop crying your heart out. I don't know if that was the right words, but it kind of sounded like it was. But again, crying your heart out, and I'm looking at bleeding. But I feel quite a lot of folk out there found that Cancer Moon weekend very emotional. Bleeding heart. It's safe for you to let go of old emotional pain. By doing so, you'll allow your heart to heal. To mend, sorry, but I did say heal. So, I do feel there's been quite a lot of transmuting heavy energies over the weekend there. And so you could feel quite a big shift in your energy now, or begin to soon, because it's all the Leo energy. And also, do you know, this is all, I mean, it's neither here nor there, but this flower might be significant to someone, because I found it quite funny that when I was watching the wedding planner, it's quite funny because he's picking out a plant for his wedding to marry the other bird. I've not explained that film again, it's a head fuck. Well, it's with her, falling in love with her, because that's just fucking what happens in the film. And he picks out that, and she's like, oh, bleeding heart, yeah, it's infamous for funerals or something like that. And I just thought, it's a sign. But yeah, it's quite interesting that is the flower that you mentioned. And instantly I was like, oh, that's like in my flower deck. And then I've just pulled bleeding heart. That was before I came on here. So there's something in that as well. Look beneath the surface, shield your energy. So that feels in line with the channeling that I've done today, that it's like, yeah, it does feel like what you came on saying about the spiritual awakening, like somebody is beginning to look beyond the surface or falling right down some major rabbit holes. And yeah, just be open. I feel there's a lot of people needing to talk about this stuff right now. So whether that be some of your twins need to talk about this, or because the obvious thing is, like, you know, what I'm always channeling about is your twin and you talking about your feelings for one another, but that's not what I'm getting right now. It's like twins needing to talk about the rabbit holes that they've fallen down, because I'd imagine you're picking Kurt's brain about all this stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Oh, right, live in fear of the sickness stuff. So I went down the rabbit hole. Right, okay, I'm getting you. The Devil's Hour on Prime is really similar to the Butterfly Effect too. But would I be scared of it? Because again, I found that side effects one by accident. And like I say, I just said, oh, what's this? And it's a little bit like when I channeled about Limitless, which is a brilliant film too, but I couldn't watch it. I got, honestly, I'm not kidding when I say to you, if you're like me too, anyone out there, just fucking don't watch it. It's a really good film, and it's got Bradley Cooper in it. Notice all these films have got very good looking men, but it's kind of like, that's me being lured in by the devil energy. I'm like, I'm gonna watch this for the hot guy. Yeah, oh, so much blood and stabbing and shooting and like, yeah, I just could. And I watched that a couple of times too, but it's fucking brilliant. And I've used the analogy a lot for, actually, yeah, that must be why they're getting me to talk about, for when the divine masculine awakens, because it's like when he takes that drug, all the parts of his brain are lit up that weren't getting used before. And it just reminded me of, it reminded me of myself when I had my spontaneous Kundalini awakening. It was like I said that too fast, Kundalini awakening. I was already incredibly psychic from a kid, and I already had all my, you know, my oracle cards and everything. I even had a couple of tarot cards, but like I said, I did play with them, and they were a bit scary. I mean, to be honest, when I did play about the tarot cards, even when I was like younger, like we're talking 15, and I did actually predict a breakup, which then did happen with someone like not long after. So I was like, but I was in denial. So I was like, oh, these are wrong, put them away. They were fucking spot on. I read them very accurately. I just didn't like what it said to me. But a bit like some of the memes you see about stuff like that. But yeah, after my Kundalini awakening, it was just crazy. Do you know what I mean? And that is a lot of the time what happens after people come into contact with me. Things can just come on full cylinder, like, you know, just it all firing at once. But it's like, that's what it reminds you of. But that's what, oh my God, and they're actually pulling me to Bradley Cooper right now because it's on the Silver Linings Playbook, the DVD. They're pulling me to it. So yeah, this is really adding up, all these things. It really is like someone out there is going to be resonating with just seeing the world in a whole new way. And it's not necessarily just about the twin flame journey, but that is, yeah, it's a massive part of it. It's why it's happening. But it's like, yeah, basically your twins waking up, divine feminines. But it feels kind of weird saying that, because most of the people I'm talking to are divine masculines, and you're the ones that are waking up. Or you're waking up further. But we're all waking up further. Again, another thing that's clean as mud. Hopefully you're with me. A lot of death talk or ending talk about Anubis being god of leading dead people to a happy place. Well, I was just laughing. I'm thinking, that's kind of interesting that we're on Mediumship Monday, and it's like, you know, that's what mediums do in a way. And I'm not just a medium, like I'm a shaman that, you know, that's psychopomp that we call it. And I do, when souls are stuck, like transitioning, I help them Cross over to the leg, Caroline. Another one that I wouldn't fucking want to watch. I watched it when I was too wee, and I don't want to see that again. But you know what I mean? It's like, but that sounded kind of creepy how you said it. And I don't know what, no, I don't think so. I don't know what I said. All night long, all night long. Lionel's just came on. If you wonder, I mean, let's face it, I don't need to have an 80s music channel on to just break out a song. It's what I do anyway, especially in Leo, Sun and Moon and Venus retrograde in Leo. You're just going to see the Leo in me a lot more. But I'm doing that because the music channel's on. I just have to make that clear. Crystal clear. Right. You're one of everything. A little bit. Like I said, I don't claim to be able to do everything, but in the fields of healing, I do a lot, but there'll be a lot of stuff I don't do. So, but basically when it comes to twin flames, like I say, there's not going to be much I'm not going to be able to help you with, you know what I mean? Because with twin flames, it is about reprogramming your soul, your subconscious mind, learning to love yourself more. It's all the things that I do. Hypnotherapy, counselling, shamanic healing, you know what I mean? Soul retrieval, it's all right. I'm shuffling this deck now. Right, so I'm just going with the flow here, right? So I'm going to go with this wee thing. I haven't done that in a while. So, because I was just talking about the subconscious there, give me the strongest collective of what is going on subconsciously for the strongest collective of now. What ones? Oh, I'm not using my deck. Right. This is meant to be a masculine to a feminine, but if I have to kind of tweak it a little bit, whatever the card says, I will. But I think again, usually when I do that, it doesn't not work out. So that'd be a first. So let's just trust it. So what is the subconscious? Well, we do, wait a minute. No, Devil's Hour is not creepy for you. All right, okay. I'll maybe check it out then. And I've got Prime. Is my Prime the same as your Prime? It's got the same stuff in it. I've not got Netflix, but I've got Prime. Right, so what is a subconscious fear holding divine feminine collectives back? So remember, like I always say, if you're new, well, first of all, if you're new, welcome, and subscribe, please, and like the video. And if you're liking what I'm putting down, because it helps other people find it, I'd like I've just channeled, there's a lot of lost souls, really, like a bit scared at some of the things that they're seeing in the world, and yeah, they can get a bit of comfort from being around here. Because the twin flame journey is it's a weird thing to go through. Yeah, a subconscious fear. So like I said, this is going to be the strongest collective that I'm picking up on. Let's just see, and I might do a few, because again, I don't really have a plan today. I never have a plan. I never really have a plan. I just go with the flow. But it's really kind of footloose and fancy free, Leo wild tonight, because I don't usually come on a Monday, so probably just Netflix isn't, as far as I know. All right, okay, right. So subconscious fear of the strongest divine feminine collective, regardless of gender, is I hid my true self from you because you challenged me to expand. Oh my God, that actually, see, this is what I mean. Like, I could see how that does fit, right? So if this just might take me a wee bit of concentrate here, so just bear with me here. But if that is a subconscious fear of a divine feminine collective, this is not where I'm at all now, but holy fuck shit, wow, I do resonate with that for my past self. Don't know why I said all those words, but because, right, if this is the divine feminine's subconscious fear, it's like I hid my true self from you, twin flame, because you challenged me to expand. So it's like that feeling of whoever's in this energy now, or it could be like something like myself that is reflected on a past energy, but I feel it's people going through that feeling now, they're going to resonate with this. It's like you felt on a soul level that there was something, you know, whenever it was you woke up to what the connection was, you felt that like this person, just being in this person's presence was like, you know, that there was something about when you're with them that it was challenging you out your comfort zone. So, and I can't really put into words because it's hard to sort of say, well, it is hard to, I mean, it's just what twin flames do to one another, but it's just interesting. That's from a feminine's perspective. It's like, this is when you as a feminine, before you, it could even be like, actually, this is a bit complicated. It could even be like a feminine energy, like before they actually know that you are twin flames. It's like you hid your true, you know, your true self, as in that can just be like what I've said before, like when you're being too cool for school, like both of you to one another. And what's interesting about, like, I channel that all the time, but when you're like that as a feminine, your twin mirrors you, so you'll just get nowhere, because it's like you'll be acting too cool for school to hide how you feel about them, and then they'll hide how they feel about you even more than what they were doing already. But when you don't know that, you can't do any different. You know what I mean? It's you're hiding your vulnerability because you don't feel safe yet. But there are other complicated situations where you could actually really feel quite safe in that person's presence, but you hide your true self because it's like, it's not safe in the way of, oh, this is my person that I'm going to be with forever and I can let my guard down kind of safe. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can still feel safe with somebody for whatever time you're spending with them, but it's not safe enough to fully show them your whole self. But yeah, I do feel that as a subconscious fear is that the feminine energy feels on some level, fuck, I'm going to have to level up. Like, I can't sort of stay stuck, or like I can't. So say it's like somebody's stuck in a job that they hate. I mean, I did say hate, so it's going to resonate. I'm just rolling with this. This is definitely going to resonate with someone. It's like when you met your twin, something about their energy. So this is almost like, you know, oh yeah, fuck, right. I'm just, now they're showing me that scene. So remember when I shared about that film the other day, or if you didn't see me saying it, the film, I had to think there, definitely maybe. That wee clip, that if you look in the community tab, I shared a wee clip, right? But it's basically those two people, they both feel the same about each other, but they haven't told each other. And he's drunk. And so again, this is self-sabotaging. And then he basically says, like, I love you, but watch it because it's just interesting. But it's like, you know, her whole point is, you've just, like, why are you only telling me now? Because we've known each other for years, and why are you doing it like this? Because he's made an effort. Like, I think he's, you know, he engaged to somebody probably in a big dramatic way, and he got married to them, and then they turned out to be the wrong person, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It's like, that's basically self-sabotage. But the reason they showed me that is because it's like, oh no, but why was I, fuck, why did I get shown that scene? Oh yeah, because he, when it goes wrong, because it is really sweet, like that clip, but like it goes wrong, and he's basically starts saying, like, you know, he's basically saying, like, you could do so much more than what you're doing right now, but it comes out really insulting. And that's why I said that, and when I channeled it, it's like, that's a good example of how much twins trigger each other. Like, he's drunk, but the way he meant it was, you could be so much more than just working in a bookshop. Sorry if anyone works in a bookshop. That is a great job to have if you love books and you love people, and you know what I'm saying. But it's like, I don't know if it is even as I think it is a bookshop. But again, it's because she was looking for the book that she, anyway, blah blah blah, which is a big part of the film, so I won't spoil it. But yeah, I think that's why they showed me that clip. It's like, you will have just felt on some kind of level that this person, being with this person, is somehow making you want to be better in life, or be a better person, or something like that. So again, it's just an interesting perspective, because it's normally being channeled about the masculines, but And I've given the funny examples of me in the past from, like I said, and I met mine when I was a teenager, but I kind of get what they're saying. There's still hope for us if you can take me back. Can you forgive and forget? I don't know. I didn't ask a question, so that was just coming out for someone. That actually feels like the current energy for a lot of twins. So, right, what's a subconscious fear of the masculine twin? That'd be funny if the same card comes out. To go with what I just channeled there. So, like I said, to keep it kind of simple, but again, when I do it like this, it isn't that simple. I just kind of go off into my world. It's a feminine was subconsciously holding back your true self from your masculine to protect yourself. So whether it's just talking about the past or it's you presently, take it if it's yours. And the masculine's fear at the same time though was, or is, would I look, this makes sense. Would I be rejected if I contacted you? Do you still want me? And that's kind of a similar vibe to the one that just came out there. So this is real-time energy. It's like the subconscious fear is, I'm only going to show my true self when I feel safe, or yeah, basically. And the masculine's fear is, what if you reject me when I contact you? Like, what, like, do you still want me? Like, because I've done a lot of stuff to hurt you. And look, this makes sense of what I channeled about the worldly stuff. I'm still trying to find my place in the world. So it's kind of like if someone's still trying to find their place in the world, the last thing that they want to do is then go and complicate their life by getting into a big twin flame relationship. Do you know what I mean? Or even a twin flame friendship, because that's not going to be fucking simple either. It's like you have to, it's that feeling of you have to grow and mature as a soul to be ready to handle this type of connection. Not all, I was going to say not all twins, but not all twin flame connections are that intense. But it will be intense to a certain level, if you are true twin flames, which you will know if you are on this journey. And if you're watching this channel and you're not, you'd be probably quite bored and tuning out this, but I don't know. Right, so where's the divine feminine collective at in the conscious mind? So right now, what is, so just sticking with the same wave. I've got really hot all of a sudden. There's a window open, but it's the energy coming. Like I said, this is what I channeled today. It's like fucking Kundalini fire. Leo, sun and moon and Venus is a lot of fiery heat. Right, conscious mind of the feminine. Look, it makes sense. My heart keeps coming back to you, even though I know you've lost faith in me. So again, we're going to tweak it a little bit, right? Because that does sound like from a masculine, but it feels like that could be like a feminine being aware that my heart keeps coming back to you, but I can feel that you can feel that I'm fed up. That's what I think that's about. And the masculine, the conscious mind before that, forget, is, I knew you were right, but I couldn't admit it to myself or you. The interesting thing is, before I came on here, I shuffled these and I filled out that. So I knew you were right, but I couldn't admit it to myself or you. And I think that's why I was channeling a lot about the ego there at the start, is that that's what the dark night, the soul, spiritual awakening, or the ego death, clue in the name is. It's like, if you're in too much pride and ego, which is, remember, like, again, I know when most people channel about that, and including me, it sounds like, oh, some big terrible thing. But like I said, like I give that chat all the time, you need an ego to be interesting. You'd be fucking boring, dull as fuck. You know, you wouldn't have a personality. And sometimes even people with an ego have not got any personality. But anyway, you know what I mean? It's your sense of humor. It's everything about you. But you just got to keep it in check. But I'm more talking about your pride does protect you. Like your pride is there to protect you. You know, it's like fight or flight. And it's like, it's because there's a fear of being vulnerable, and you've learned that from somewhere. And we all learn it in some way, shape or form when we're younger, whether it be at school, home environment, society, and really it's a wee bit of all of it. that it's not safe to be vulnerable. And so, yeah, I knew you were right, but I couldn't admit it to myself or you. So it's like somebody can't admit their true feelings for you if they haven't yet admitted it to themselves, kind of thing. That's the vibe. So this is current, their conscious mind right now. And I'll put them down just now. So the Ascension energy, and we'll shuffle the deck that's free together, is, oh, a butterfly just landed right by me just now listening to this. Monarch butterfly, the orange ones. I think that's what they are. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. Because that's going down a bit of a rabbit hole, but yeah, butterflies are also part of mind control, basically. If you notice a lot of sparkly celebrities and that have butterflies in certain places and stuff, it's part of the mind control. So. But I've got a butterfly tattoo on my back and I've got one on my wrist, so, and I certainly never got it to be part of that gang. So but I'm just saying, if you notice any kind of, you know, celebrities and that with them in certain places, that's what that's about. The song Need You Tonight has just come on by incase. I'm just trying to remember how that goes. I think it's like, it's funny watching the video when it's on mute. But anyway, I think it's more about the words. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Have you watched the documentary that I'm talking about? Because that was actually a really good documentary. And it's one of those ones where it was like, I found a random link, like in a comment on a Twitter feed or something. Because that's, to be honest with you, like I said, and this is they're doing something here, right? Because there was already a lot of stuff in the world that I was well aware about, right, that I'd been awakened to. But right at the start of the, you know, the pandemic, when I still had my Twitter, that was where I did get led to a lot of stuff. And because I just get led to stuff that other folk don't, like, you know, it's not that nobody finds it, but I'm one of the first people to find a lot of shit like this. Just like I was one of the people that was there to see a lot of stuff break. That's what I liked about, again, I know it's not called that now, it's called X. But the reason why I'm not on that, because I left it a year ago for a few different reasons, but I just didn't, it wasn't good for, it just wasn't good for me. I didn't like the energy, I didn't like the frequency, and I see that much in the future, that I was like, I don't like the energy, I don't want to be a part of this, I want to get off it. But anyway, what it was good for when I was on it was that I would sometimes, like, people would post the links, you know, that are like unlisted things that you could watch, like documentaries and that, and it was really good. And it was a lot about Britney Spears, actually, and it was just fucking fascinating. So I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about and you can get a hold of it, or if I mean, this is how I don't even know how to search for it because it won't come up in the search thing, but it was like it was freaky. Anyway. Oh, I did. You sent it to me. That's hilarious. See, well, that's saying something. I must have felt that you could handle it. And I mean, when was that? Was that like 2 years ago? I must have felt you could handle it. Have you still got it? Send it back. I want to watch it. Yeah. What was it then? Was it? It's a website, isn't it? Right. So if anyone else wants that, just send me an email and I can show you what I'm talking about. I have 3 blue butterfly. Yeah, I know, but I'd like to. Well, I'd like to think that's the connect. You know, the butterfly connection of when I've channeled things about butterflies to use in that, and you know, it's like I said, I love butterflies too, but it did spoil it a bit for me. I'm not going to lie, because I was like, hey, wait a minute, is that why I got a butterfly? Shoot, it's not listed anymore. Actually, it's taken down on YouTube. So was it on YouTube? I kind of feel like it was a website. Like, I feel it was like it took you to a website. Oh, fuck, I don't know. Anyway, we saw it. Right, okay, so where is the divine feminine at? This wave is the same ones that are what I've just said, which I can't even fucking remember, to be honest, on the ascension process. Where's the divine feminine at? 3 cards. One, and we've got the second bloom. It's there's something, this is a story building. A second chance, it's never too late, new possibilities. So this feminine on the ascension process is, it's something about like this feeling about a second chance coming around with your twin, or that you are open to giving your twin another chance. It's something like that. Share your song, frequency of sound. And there's me just talking about frequency. I also pointed out the whale earlier and said something about divine masculines awakening to their old soul, because that's what the whale reminds you of. It reminds you of like new earth energies. But yeah, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. So again, this is the feminine. So it's like the feminine ascension process is just, yeah, this feeling of it's never too late. The feminines know that it's never too late for twin flames. Like there's the chance will always come back around. But it's also at the same time, practically speaking, what I channeled in that video today, that yeah, like if you never take action towards something, nothing will ever happen. So it's just fucking obvious. But and one more card. But so the feminines are guided to keep diving deep in your own ascension, sharing your song, your frequency, being who you really are, because you see that makes sense. Oh my God, that's fucking crazy. So that I'm like, what the fuck? This is interesting too, because I've got the flower cards, because I'm going to use them because I always associate them with my mediumship. But I've now just pulled the bloom. Creations realized, right time, harvest, celebrate. So this feminine energy is like just well aware that it's never too late for this connection. Just keep doing what you're doing, being the real you, because that's what's interesting me about the block in the past was you weren't pushing through your subconscious blocks because you were scared to be the real you and scared of this connection too. Or this could still be you if you're in this energy, but I'm saying that because I'm like using that part of my past to do it. But now it's like, yeah, creations realize that now it's the right time, harvest, celebrate. That's fucking crazy, actually. The second bloom, a second chance, it's never too late, new possibilities. Share your song, frequency, sound, diving deep. The bloom, creations realize, right time, harvest, celebrate. That's like basically a second chance coming around because now it's the right time. It's like that feeling of like right person, wrong timing, and now it's right time, right person. And Jump for My Love is on, not even kidding, 1984. The year I was born in a lot of use. Yeah, but the second bloom in the bloom, we can't get any better than that, right? Okay, let's see where the masculines are at. Yeah, if you find it, that'd be great, because it is, they've just pulled me to this, right? So very frustratingly, masculines are suspended in air, curled up in a ball, falling in space. This is the dark moon if ever I saw it, the void. So I'm trying not to laugh because it is funny the way I just channeled that, but wait, it's not yet time. Things are being woven. And I cannot believe that the song I Want Candy has just came on. So how funny is that? The masculines of the ascension process. This is because I channel masculine. This is what's weird for me, right? I channel twin flame union energy. Again, if you've never heard me say that, or if you're new, my birthday numbers add up to the 4 of Wands, right? The union card. And it's kind of like, so I can channel divine feminine energy, divine masculine energy really easily. And I'm feeling the passion and desire and the wanting to do something about it energy, the Leo energy, like, but it's like some are being told it's not the right time. It's not yet time, things are being woven. Because I think they need to rest and heal. Take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. It's what I channeled in that video earlier today. It's like wanting to do something about it. But it's like somebody said that to me recently as well. It's like, your health comes first, and it's true, and when we've got Mercury, planet of communication, and Virgo, and we're not far away from Virgo season, that is about your health. It's about the sixth house. It's your everyday routine. Oh my God, I just went past the void. How fucking weird is right? This is just honestly. Anyway, I'm being so. It's like, again, I'm being really dramatic. They're making me be dramatic, but I mentioned the void, and this is actually, this one doesn't say the void, to be fair, but it reminds you of the void. It's none of this matters. Zoom out, common ground, perspective. It's like the divine masculines right now in the dark moon. It's like you are being guided to do what a dark moon's for, and that's rest. And it's not the right time. But you see, this could be as little as it's not yet time, because a dark moon right now is not the time to start something new. The new moon is, and the new moon is Wednesday. So do you know what I mean? It's Monday. So that can be what that means. Interesting. It just always comes out the same fucking message. So that's the bit that gets annoying with this. It's just like, I don't know what the fuck. Well, I do know. Well, it's like I was about to say, I don't know what the fucking happened. I don't know what the fuck has happened to these masculines, but I'm telling you, they've been torn to bits, like mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, like whoever it is for different people. And I know that because I work with masculine energies. Right, in the physical, what cards do I want to use? I think I want to use these. Right, so in the physical, did I do? Yeah, I did. So in the physical, we have, no, that's not the one. By the way, Lexi, I don't, but that's, but leave it. Some folk will need to see it. By the way, I don't know how you were allowed to do that. Oh no, I think you can do it in the chat. I don't, by the way, you're not going to be able to do that soon. But yeah, leave it, because someone will need, well, that wasn't the one I was talking about, but that it's a good place to start if you don't have a fucking Scooby-Doo. But no, it's the Brittany one. So did you watch the Brittany? That's not the one I meant. Why is it saying there's a problem? Right, okay. So, but thanks for doing that, Lexi, because, right, okay. In the physical, the divine feminine's feeling empowered. You're more powerful than you realise. It's safe for you to be powerful. That fits in with all the other cards. And when you're powerful, it enables. Oh, that's weird that I said enables. I meant to say empowers, but yeah. Well, yeah, enable. It helps your masculine to step into their power, which this is far too many cards, but brings about blessed change when it's divine time. A major life change brings you great blessings, because this is a masculine's card. Extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. Expect miracles. Time to move on. See how the masculine's cards are so different from the feminines. The feminines aren't getting time to move on, time to leave the situation. You're fucking, well, actually, feminines do sometimes get your fucking knackered, but it's different energies. Time to move on. It's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. In that video earlier, it was let go of the clutter. Stay optimistic. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs. We do need all these cards. Morning affirmations. Say positive affirmations each morning. Open the gates of manifestation. That's to keep reprogramming your mind that you are worthy. You can do this. And I feel for some of you that it's not just about the twin flame union and your love life, it's about work as well, and working for yourself if you don't already do that, or maybe changing up some kind of work for yourself. And just what I said about the empowerment is catching on for them, because they've got the empowerment card too. Empowerment. You're more powerful than you realise. It's safe for you to be powerful. So that would be, it's safe for you to be powerful together. This is very, very Leo. This is very, very Leo royal sort of energy. It's very much in line with that new moon in Leo energy. Actually, you're a born entrepreneur in your business, surrounded by magical opportunities. So that's a lot going on in the physical for whoever's resonating with that. Right. And I've put a message from them. So this is where, again, might be the same sort of thing. Right. So here's a message from the feminine to the masculine. And again, like I said, I might need to tweak it. Should have just went and got the cards. I channeled myself, but I can't bother getting up. So I might need to tweak it, because these are meant to be. Oh shoot, no, I didn't get. Oh, that's annoying. I mean, I've no idea. I've no idea. It's, yeah, fuck those. It was a website, so it's not even on YouTube. I remember it, and it would be on my messenger, and I'm not on my messenger anyway. Right? Okay, so feminine to the masculine collective of the ones I just channeled wants to say, no one makes me feel like you do. So that is a vibe of what I channeled in the one earlier today. Yeah, it's like, because I said something about this feminine's holding on. I feel like I want to break in a song, but yeah, holding on to that feeling, like basically not letting the connection go, but letting it go enough for it to come back to you for a second chance. Unless you're not, like, you might be at the bit where you're not doing that. And again, you need to book a session, I can help you. But yeah, no one makes me feel like you do, divine masculine. That's divine feminine, divine masculine. And I need you back in my life because that's where you belong. That's Alice TJ. But seriously, it says, I need you back in my life. This is the same. That's brilliant. Because these are like, maybe these are quite good for both. I mean, I wanted these cards for so long, honestly. When they finally came, I was like, yeah. But yeah, the feminine's message seems the same as earlier. Whatever. What did it say? I'm holding it. I can't even remember what the first one said now. Right. So what's the masculine saying? Back to the feminine. And it's not all some of the 16th. I can't, I'm not finishing that sentence, actually. Well, some of the 69s just come on. I mean, it's a good song, but fucking, that's hilarious when it's Leo energy. That's funny. That's really funny. Right. Oh God. Right. So the masculine, but it would be the masculine energy that we're doing this, wouldn't it? But and so what I was just about to say is it's not all nice cards in this. Like there are ones it's like, it's not the right time. Just fucking leave me alone. I need I'm joking. It's not the right time. I need space. Fuck off. I'm joking. But let's see. So what's the masculine saying back to the feminine? The silence is killing me. Oh, there's that one again. The silence is killing me. Well, you know what to do about that, masculines. And oh my God. Now is not the right time. I just fucking said that. Look how many cards there are. I said this yesterday. Whenever I mention a card, even just joking, it usually always comes out. So that's the message back, you know. So being serious, feminine energies that resonated with that, do not chase your masculine, because you know it's this is terrible. This is what I mean when I'm channeling. I'm like, I can't even remember what the other card said. I really actually, Lexi, can you remember what the other card said before the not the right time? I actually can't fucking remember that, so that's terrible. But it's like they're going through their own stuff and they need space to go through that. Again, spiritually awakening, and a lot of changes going on in their life. And if you go and you interrupt that, you could set that, you know, basically you could be met with, I hope it would be fuck off, but you know, just kind of like, yeah, they're not gonna, yeah, just it's not wise. That is a message here, but I miss holding you. So that's what I mean about it. Can be quite confusing because you could be feeling this person longing for you, and but now is not the right time. So for different people, that'll be different things. Like, you know, we never know what's going on in other people's lives, and that includes you and your twin. Like, they don't know what's going on in your life, you don't know what's going on in theirs. But again, it's interesting because I'm getting the feeling too as well, for a few people, it could also be now is not the right time, because right now, as I'm channeling in real time, it's the dark moon, and the dark moon's for reflection, going inwards. From the new moon, it is a good time for starting new, just having fun, or new. Well, it's the house of sex too, so do you know what I mean? But I keep channeling, take it slow, guys. Everyone's going to do what they're going to do. Right, so But it could, yeah, be that it could be classed as dating and that too, I suppose. It's not the right time as given Pisces energy. Yes, I want to be alone. No, you didn't hear it either, right? Well, I don't know. Well, the people that were meant to hear it will hear it. I don't know if I've really got the energy. Girls just want to have fun. And so, yeah, that is the energy I've been channeling. So it's like if you are a divine feminine, resonate with that, regardless your gender, just have fun. Like if your twin is meant to be in your life right now in your physical life, they will appear, right? And they will come to you. But there is this kind of feeling of as well as you, some people like some divine masculines will want you to, they will want you to reach out to them, but that is because what they're used to. A lot of this is specifically the divine masculine men, right? A lot of divine the masculine men are used to women that chase them. So until they kind of unravel that, like they want you to reach out to them so that makes them feel better. But actually it's kind of like the way feminine and masculine energy is built. It's like the divine feminine isn't like all the other women, and it's like, no, you've got it in you to face that fear and be vulnerable and come to me with your truth. Do you know what I mean? So it's like if you take that away from them, you've just taken that away from them. But like I said, there are some exceptions to the rules along the journey where if you really do feel it's like an emergency or something, or you just get a really strong feeling to reach out, then do it. But if it's just because you're impatient and you're like, want something to happen right now, that's different. Like you're basically, if you're coming from ego, don't do it. If it's coming from your soul and you're like, I have no idea what I meant to, I just really feel, then do it. So again, might be clear as mud again, but whatever. For most people, it's, let them do it when they're ready. My phone went off and said, I only need validation from me. We love it. Yes, exactly. Do you know what I mean? It's like validate yourself. Let's just do it. I do actually. Let's do another one. Because I just found these cards. They were under a big pile for months, and I spent a lot of fucking money on all these different card decks, right? Which was a good investment because it's grew the channel, but it's and you have all enjoyed it, and I love the cards too. I've got to be in the mood for it, and I'm in the mood on the evening, but I like these ones. It's just, they don't want to overdo it with these ones, but right, where's another wave of twins at with what was a subconscious fear in the a subconscious fear in the past, or it's still a subconscious fear? I believe it's already 20 past 8. Oh, I suppose I did only come on here at 7. A subconscious fear in the past or a subconscious fear right now for a wave of feminines. Make it a different kind of energy to the one before, but it is what it is. I miss your beautiful smile and joyous laugh. They used to light up my world. So again, you could change the word in because you might not use the word beautiful. You might just be like, you miss your twin flame smile and their laugh and everything about them and the way they used to light up your world. It's a little bit like, okay, I cringe when I'm about to be cute, don't I? But they did just pull my eyes. I'm like, but they did just pull my eyes to do more of what makes you sparkle. And I have said that before, but they're guiding me to say it. It's like when someone gave me a reading. God, I don't know how many years that would have been now. 9 years ago, 10 years, maybe 9 years, 10 years ago. And it was something about, it's like when he's not in your life, it's like the sparkle's gone or the glitter's gone. The sparkle's gone from your life. Basically getting across, it's like things aren't as fun. Like, you know what I mean? It's like that kind of, you get butterflies when you see that person. Butterflies again. And so maybe it's like this, the feminine's kind of like, I never get that feeling with anyone else. Yeah. Right, okay. So that got kind of deep there, but We're all right with deep flow. Right. What does the masculine want to say back to that? So again, remember, this is like a subconscious fear or past present. So what that one would be is like, there's a fear that you're never going to get that of anyone else if you're a feminine. But you would be right. If you're on the twin flame journey, you'd be right. You know what I mean? You're not going to get that of anyone else. You can fucking try, you're not going to get it. Divine feminine or divine masculine, or it'll be short-lived if you do, right? So divine masculine. I'm confused about what I should do about my feelings for you. Yeah, so again, that fits if it's a subconscious fear, and that feels like right now, or in the past and right now. It's like, I'm confused about what I should do about my feelings for you. So it's that kind of feeling of this masculine energy is like, I've got really strong passion, desire, even love, like feelings for you, but this is where they can be like, oh, it's just not practical, or it's not practical because I'm with someone else, or it's not, it's like, you name it, it's different people in different situations. But it is just that sort of feeling, it's not going away. That's what I'm getting. But again, it doesn't always need to be that someone is with someone else. It's just the feelings are overwhelming, even without third parties in the equation. Right. And I feel I want a combined card of subconscious fears. Oh, there it is. I'm still trying to find a place for myself in the world. Oh, that came out. That's out of all them, that came out before. So our love was too intense for me to handle. I needed to break away. Yeah, this divine masculine energy was really afraid of the intensity and couldn't handle the feelings that it brought up in them. And again, and it can be because it triggers stuff from childhood for some people as well, or just, so that's not for everyone, but it's something like, you know, I've never had this kind of intense love and fuck that, and they run. What do you know what I mean, basically? But feminines could do that too, right? So in the conscious mind, let's just stick with this deck then. Feminine back to the masculine. When times got tough, I gave up on you too soon. This is where me and this deck have a bit of an argument. When times got tough, I gave up on you too soon. Well, it must be true for someone out there. This is quite interesting, the download I'm getting here, right? It's like, I don't think some of you did. I think that the masculine might have perceived that you gave up on them when times got tough. This is where a lot of the confusion and the mixed messages can come in. So again, you're going to know what that means if that message is for you, but it's that kind of energy of, I think you both ran from each other when it got difficult, and that kind of feeling of this will work itself out later. And I just get the feeling with this wave it just didn't. But I do feel it's like, it feels like, let's see what the masculine got. It feels like the masculine in this wave feels like the feminine gave up on them. But I don't feel they did. It's like the story that the masculine was telling themselves is, I've fucked it and they've given up on me. So I just have to deal with with where I'm at right now. But it's like, yeah. So again, it's one of these things you can never have, there's no point regretting it. And this is interesting because regret is a very strong feeling with what I've been picking up in the collective, but that'll make sense to someone. So the masculine, my spirit is always with you. Can you feel me? Do you still love me too? Yeah, that actually kind of does. That I can see that fits with what I was feeling. It's like the masculines feeling like the feminine gave up on them when there was some shit going down, basically, is what I'm feeling, or some kind of something happened that was really like a tower moment. But actually I feel the feminine energy would have been there for the masculine, but it was really about the masculine not being vulnerable and not hanging around to see if the feminine would help them. So again, this is either past stuff, it felt like that was past stuff, or it could be presently now. Like, you could be a masculine energy that feels like your twin is abandoning you in your time of need, but did you ask for help? That just came through very clear, didn't it? And there's still hope for us. If you can take me back, can you forgive and forget? Yeah, so there is something there that obviously has happened in the past. Okay, remember, the past can be like 6 months ago, a year ago, or it can be like 10 years ago. It's different for different people. But there's something about something's happened in the past, and that's how it was perceived. And that's often what it is with twins. It's like you both feel like you've abandoned each other at different points. Yeah, okay, right. And I feel like I just want to pull one more card and then we'll go into the Ascension energy. I couldn't handle my true feelings for you, so I kept you as a friend and nothing more. Now, again, that might be the case for you and your twin flame. You might like have decided to just be friends because all that kind of bullshit about you didn't want to lose each other in each other's lives and that. Again, and then there's that one again. When times got tough, I gave up on you too soon. But that one about the friends definitely won't be for everyone. Because for some people it's just far too intense. There's no fucking way you'd want your twin flame as a friend. I've seen them hooking up with other folk and going out with it. It's like bad enough feeling it and knowing it. You don't want to be fucking, oh yeah, hi, we're best friends. Yeah, we just used to sleep with each other, best friends, we're totally fucking love each other. But yeah, hi. I don't know how that works. Let me know in a postcard, email me and let me know how that works for you. It's like, yeah, it's just fucked. Just doesn't make any sense to me. But right, so in the conscious mind, I feel like I want to use these. I know I've just done the conscious mind, but I want to use these again as well. I never expected to feel this way about you. This was on the feminine side. So I feel at some point a feminine energy in this wave has been like, yeah, it wasn't part of the plan to fall in love with this person. And what you did. Or your love was awakened for them because you've known each other in past lives. The masculine back to the feminine is, I'm thinking about making you an offer. So again, it's like this is in the conscious mind too. So it's like that is, and I send you telepathic messages. So that is a wave of masculines that are ready to talk. And is this Prince? There's doves flying about. That'd be a hint when the doves cry. And it's from the album Purple Rain, and it's 1984 again. So this is obviously people with ages with me, because that is the majority of my audience. But doesn't need to be, but it's yeah. Right, Ascension. I'm getting a bit bored of this now, but we started it, so we need to finish it. That's going to be a mess. That's a channel message for someone. Getting a bit bored of this, but we started it, so we need to finish it. So like that's like a feminine being like, I'm getting a bit bored of how fucking long this has taken. But we started it and now we need to finish it. Like there needs to be closure to this situation. Closure and happy endings preferably, but I feel for some feminines it's like just closure, because you can't make somebody be with you if they don't want to be. But with twin flames they do want to be, so it's all just right. It is what it is. The ascension energy of the feminine, 4 cards, I think. One, knew that was going to come out. Right. The bud. Potential promise. It's about to happen. Keep going. And it is about to happen, because we just saw that masculine's just said, I'm thinking about making an offer. But they can be thinking about making an offer for fucking years. So that really doesn't mean anything. You need to make the offer for shit to happen, mate. Just talking that masculine energy. So yes, it's about to happen. Keep going. So that's like a message to the feminine to be like, look, just you keep having fun, doing your thing. Somebody's about to take a leap of faith, maybe at a full moon, but you go first, the universe will catch you, or it's that some kind of awareness has come up at a full moon and the masculines are now ready to take some kind of action because it's a new moon, and the grandmothers are bringing you together. Remember your roots, perspectives, trust your weave-ins, because it's got all the grandmothers on that card. And yeah, the Lionsgate portal energy has helped awaken your twin as well. Doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild cards. So there's a lot of cards about taking a leap of faith and taking a risk, all Leo energy. Prince, oh, is he? Prince is from where I'm from. That's all I know about him. Minnesota, I didn't know that. How interesting. So there might be something significant about Minnesota then, now that you're saying that and bringing attention to it. Like, you know, somebody else might have meaning for someone else. So interesting. Right. Where's the masculine at on the attention to go with that feminine? This will be funny if there's any cards about taking action or that. But it might be all the shit about the resting and stuff. So, but it would be interesting if it was ones about taking action, because that would be the ones before were the ones that are healing and not ready, and now this would be the ones that are ready. You're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand behind you. Again, you're not alone. This, it feels like a masculine going through a lot of spiritual awakening, a lot of stuff we started speaking about. Oh my God, I knew it. Look, rest, retreat, rest, refuel. So both waves I've picked up on of masculines are, there's only two, there's one card in the, this is 3 decks together, but there's the card about rest and one deck is that, and the other card about rest is in the other deck. So both cards about rest have come up from different decks. Fill up your well, retreat, rest, refuel. Ancient power, expression, activation, scarlet codes. I just said that about Lionsgate portal has activated some kind of further awakening in a lot of masculines, I feel. Scarlet codes as well, you know, this is where I actually wish I had the book for that one, but the scarlet codes has got a lot to do with Mary Magdalene energy. A lot of that kind of it would be you that's here, like you're the only person you're like, so you're the only person that's talking, but you know, that kind of bit of taboo, clandestine kind of love energy around twin flames that is often there, that it's like, you know, when there's been a lot said about the feminine energy, about this, that, and the next thing, just either people gossiping, making up shit about a feminine, or it can be as well like where a masculine has not saw that it was like a deep love and was like they were kind of like under some kind of illusion of it just being about sex or something and lust, and like that's not real, you know, like there's no way that's like that can't be my everyday real life, that I'd have that kind of chemistry, get on with this person and have amazing sex all the time. Like seriously, I do think that is what a lot of masculines tell themselves, and so they will push away something that, well, no, actually this was your gift from God and you chucked it away. The expression like that is like, I feel the activation is their awakening to that. And because it's kind of like, you know, you're both a gift to each other. Again, it's reminding me again of what I said about when I caught a channel another week there about, it was just basically all about that it was like, you know, your twin was sent into your life to add to it, not like be a burden, and this person just never saw it, but they see it when they're meant to, and that's interesting. It's got a face with a tear just rolling down. Okay, these are deep messages, right? Sorry, I'm not meaning to laugh, but just in case you thought I'm just fucking pulling this out of thin air, which I kind of am, I'm channeling it, awakening. Guys, I'm not even fucking kidding you. Walking on Sunshine's just came on. And not only is that one of my favourites, and I think it is, 1985. So I've just shouted out 1984 and 1985. So it's going to be for twins that are these ages. But also that song is about, I used to think, maybe you love me. Now, wait a minute, we need the lyrics up to this. I mean, it's one of my favourites, but it's just, it's part of the timing of that was just a bit nuts. Actually, it's very Leo energy too, because it's happy. Yeah. I used to think maybe you love me. Now, baby, I'm sure. I just can't wait till the day when you knock on my door. Now, every time I go for the mailbox, got to hold myself down because I just can't wait till you write me you're coming around. I mean, I'm not going to read all of it. And I mean, it's just basically what I said anyway. But it's like, and now I feel, so that's the feminine being like excited, like feeling their masculine waking up to this being more, or feeling them wanting to do something about it. But it's like, I feel this as a masculine now, like I feel alive, I feel the love that's really real. Yeah. And like I said, sunshine just reminds me of Leo energy, awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. And it is a new way of being. If this wave of masculines weren't looking at this connection like that before, and they were keeping it as a fantasy and keeping it as like a hidden part of them. And again, when I say hidden, I feel for some divine masculines, there might have been a few close people around them that did know about this connection, but for some there might not have been any. Like I've worked with people where it literally was just their own private world and nobody else knew, but that isn't the case for everyone. Scarily accurate as always, Claire, speechless at points during this. You really have a gift, thanks for everything. Oh, well, you're welcome. You're going to need to tell me your name again. Because it's been a long time since you spoke. Yeah, I can't remember. I'm like, I want this. I think your name is nothing like your screen name, but thank you for that. Well, enjoy your dinner, Lexi. Right, okay, that has blown my mind though, that awakening is coming out, that's come out. And yeah, look, they're going through an awakening and a transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. I feel it's like a message. It's like the one, if you, again, I don't think I don't know about any of you, but I don't think many people or anyone will have had time to watch the other one before I came on here. But it's like, I mentioned though, I feel like my phone's going to ring, right? Because I meant like it'll be my cousin or my mum. And it didn't, but my ringtone is Don't Stop Believing. And these songs are, these are my favorite songs, like, are like, quite like, Don't Stop Believing always just makes you feel excited, to the point where people really, even people that aren't in my life anymore, I bet you, I mean, it must be annoying for them, they'll have a hard time disassociating that song from me. Because whenever, I would be on nights out feeling that, they'd be like, oh, Claire, because it is just, and the reason why I love that song is because I don't know why, but I've never come across it until I worked in the Edinburgh Festival with my cousin. And we'd done bar work, and that song came on. I was like, what is that? And I've just loved it ever since. But Tell It to My Heart is on now too. Tell it to my heart. Tell me, na, 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 na. I don't even like that song, but is this really love, or is, oh wait a minute, is that not, is this really love or just a game? So that could be, it's not, that must be the words, but if it's not, that makes sense. I feel some of these masculines told themselves, I think basically what I'm feeling is like some of these masculines were actually too afraid to check with the feminine. Like, are you feeling what I'm feeling, or am I just imagining it? And I think then some of them, unfortunately, oh fuck, it is that, because they're showing me that. I need to watch that film again. They're showing me that film again. Definitely, maybe that's the thing that's frustrating as hell. They both feel the same about each other. They're perfect for each other, but he doesn't tell her. And yeah, he then gets back with his old girlfriend that he didn't want to get back, but it was just because that's what folk fallen into programming. And then yeah, and then you can watch the film yourself. And like I said, it's not, I don't not like, I mean, I like it, I like the ending, I like the film. It's just, it was long, it's just long. It's a good film though, it's funny, it's cute, and they've got good chemistry. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Lost land, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. This is all like, this is a masculine, like just getting all these feelings about remembering this, just remembering what this is, whether that be like remembering how you were in the past. Now this, so again, that's not going to make sense if you kind of haven't known your twin flame very long, but I suppose you could change it to remembering your past lives, like really feeling like you've known each other forever. But I feel this is like a masculine remembering what you were like together in the past, in this life, and it just really flooded them. But it's exhausting because we've got nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. Oh God, right, okay, it's making me tired channeling energy. Right, so ascension, physical, right, let's use these ones now. This one's got the one that's like, you'll know in the morning, relax until then. just in case it comes out. Or that just might just be a message. In the physical, the feminine is ready to talk about her feelings or his feelings or their feelings or whatever the fucking hell you want to say. Listen to your true feelings and talk about your feelings. It's just feelings, feelings, feelings. And so I feel this feminine collective are not only feeling their own feelings or your own feelings, you're also feeling your masculine's feelings. Just a lot of fucking feelings. Don't let others talk you into doing something that you know is wrong. Tell a friend how you feel. So again, I feel that could even be like, you know, that wouldn't happen to all feminines, but they're getting me to say it. So it's like, this could be like wherever there's energies around feminine energy still, or remember, this can even be like confusingly, this could even be like, because the feminine energy is the masculine's feelings, it could even be like energies around, if more feels like that, to be honest, like it feels like energies around the masculine that are like in that film when the best friend's like, you know, this isn't, it's not love that you're feeling, it's anxiety, like you're just panicking because you're about to marry such, like Fran, I think her name is, and you've just met this Mary, like that's not real, do you know what I mean? But it's like, that's what people will say, because if they're in similar situations where they've been with somebody that they've been with forever and they didn't, you know, follow their heart, they're not going to want you to do it, do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I can't remember what the fucking hell was that? It was a wee it was one of the you know, all the relationship experts that are on YouTube that, I mean, I've literally followed them. I've actually literally followed some of them before they hit the big thing, you know, because they're into the millions and that, but it was one of the Matts, and it was the English guy, and he was saying something, it was very something along those lines, it was just a shorts, and he was saying something about like, oh, it was about, I was almost going to share it, so I might, if it's still in my history, I'll share it, because it was like, it felt very much about the Venus retrograde in Leo. It was like, you know, you've got to value your time. So it feels like it's a message for masculines and feminines. You've got to value your time, right? And time, I mean, that's cringe, but they make me say time is short. So that could be in the sense of following your heart and taking a chance when you love someone to tell them. Or when you want it, or like when I said, you know, you shouldn't just say sorry to someone because you want things to go your way. You should say sorry to someone because you genuinely feel remorse and regret, and you just want to say sorry even if things don't go your way. You know, that is the higher level of apologizing and forgiveness and all of that, isn't it? Like, even if the person doesn't accept, like, again, what a fucking weird example, but I'm rolling with this. They just flashed up at the end of my uni course when my life was literally going down the shitter. Like, there's no other way to put it. I was in my dark night of soul. It was one of the most 2016 was one of the most depressing, hellish years of my whole entire life for many, many reasons. I was in a dark, dark, dark place. And anyway, long story short, there was this guy on my course that, again, I'm keeping it kind of, I mean, it's anonymous, so it was a long fucking time ago, but yeah, there was this guy, he just didn't fucking like me. And again, I feel it was because of my confidence. Like, and a lot of other people would always compliment me on the course about how honest I was, and that I taught them a lot about feelings and being honest. And you know, and there's things going tits up for me and everyone else is walking off in the sunset. Anyway, I don't know how I managed to do this when I was in such a dark place, but because I'm fair, you know, like where the Libra is in my chart, like, even if somebody has been a dick to me in the past, like I can almost be too fair. I can weigh it up and can be like, do you know what, to be fair. And anyway, long story short, it was in this scenario, I was basically saying to this guy, like, look, you know what, well done on getting the hours that you need to get what you needed, basically, because I've not been able to do that, you know. But again, to be fair to me, it was like I didn't have the support that I was meant to get for all my different needs. But I was basically being the bigger person. I was like basically saying, without saying it, like, look, I know we've not seen eye to eye, but, you know, well done. I respect you for, you know, getting to the finish line and getting me. But this guy just mustn't just, and I come across people like this quite a lot, unfortunately. He just obviously couldn't get his head around the fact that I'm that much of a forgiving person or compassionate person that I could put aside the fact that we hadn't seen eye to eye to be like, well done. Like I was being genuine. Do you know what I mean? And it was just, I just thought, and it was a shame because, like, not only did he not really say thanks, he was quite rude. And it was in front of like about 40 people. And I just felt like a total wanker on top of already feeling really, really shit. And yeah, do you know what I mean? And it's, yeah, so anyway, I don't know what that means to someone, but the point is, I wasn't saying well done to real, there was nothing in that for me. And especially because I said it in front of everyone else. Like, if anything, I was, you know, I was well aware I was going to backfire quite a bit, but I still done it because there was something in me that probably, like, you know, my higher self, the higher, you know, the soul part of me wanted, maybe, for all I know, because I can handle it, it's like maybe that guy never had anybody do that, you know, like be able to put aside their differences to be like, do you know what, well done, like, you know. But yeah, he was just far too suspicious, and yeah, but so don't know what that means to someone, but it's going to mean something. On the Beach just came on, so yeah, tell a friend how you feel, talk about your feelings, listen to your feelings. Yeah, but I'm just getting the feeling that in the physical, the feminine wants to tell, it's not a friend, the feminine's sick of telling. You can tell that for the moan stuff right now. The feminine's sick of telling her friends the same stories over and over again about how they feel about their divine masculine. And the feminine wants to tell the masculine how they feel, actually. And some feminines are sick of telling YouTube how they feel about the masculine. You know what I'm saying? Fucking hell. Right, where's the masculine at in the physical? Oh, forgive. Oh, isn't that beautiful? And especially the story I just told as well. So the masculines are like, there's a fucking horse. Well, it's a unicorn, so it's not a horse, it's a unicorn. It's even more magical. Once in a blue moon, that's at the end of the month. So horses are about freedom, but unicorns are, well, whatever a unicorn means to you. It's time to let go of anger or blame. So the masculines and the physical are letting go of anger and blame wherever it's been between you two, whether it's been between you two, between twin flames, or resentment as well. I could feel as well they're letting go of resentment again, and that'd be to do with wherever they feel like you've abandoned them, because that definitely is a thing. But this is anger or blame towards other people in their life as well. And yeah, being grateful, think about the people and things you're grateful for. And I feel that's because a lot of divine masculines are in such a dark place in their dark night. So that's where you get to in that dark place, is you just have to start fucking counting the things you're grateful for, because you're in such a dark place. You know, you're struggling to think of things that is worth getting up for in the morning. You know what I mean? That's how dark it gets in the dark night of soul. I'm sure you're all aware. And yeah, finish. I knew that card was going to come up, because I channeled something about you've started something, now it's time to finish it. Finish what you started. You've started something important, and now it's time to complete it. You see, so that's the masculine's guidance in the physical. So that fits with what I said. That it's like, no matter how much feminines you feel your masculine pulling on your energy for you to contact them, you know that they have got it in them to complete this. This is their part of the journey. So don't take it away from them. They might hate you for that, but don't take it away from them. Unless the exceptions I've already spoke about. Start a project related to something you're curious about. But also, it's just practically as well. You don't know what the fuck you're walking in. You could be walking a fucking minefield. Do you know what I mean? It's not wise for feminines to chase masculines. Oh, and definitely not if you know that they're in stuff. But if you don't know for definite that they're in stuff, whether people are that, it's And it's not, like I said, it doesn't always need to have someone do that. But if you don't know, you need to consult an expert, a twin flame expert, which would be me, or whoever else you're guided to. More information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in these areas. Divine magic. This is divine masculines. Getting ready to speak. Extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. Expect miracles. A major a major change brings you great blessings. But some are being told to wait right now. And some are not. And you don't get to know what is for you. Right. So, and so wait a minute, I want to use the funny cards that, oh my God, is it just clips or is it the actual song? Venus has just come on. True Confessions. Yeah, baby, she's got it. I'm your Venus. Remember I sang that before and I channeled it and it was like, oh shit, after I've just said that. That's really funny. So when I sang that before I channeled it, it was, I'm your Venus, which is divine feminine. And I said it like, I'm your Venus, not her. Or yeah, there's no other way to put it. But it's like, I feel that it's like the journey that whoever's resonating with this is needed to be on is, that ain't going to work. Like, let me know how that goes for you ladies out there, or men, or whatever gender you are. But it's, you can't say that to someone like, I'm the real one, not them. Like, fair enough, it's your job. Like, I don't count in this because I have to I don't like putting out these things. This is where it's just, kind of awkward. I need to do this for others. But it's kind of like, that's the whole vibe, is it's like, a masculine's like, I see who the Venus is. I see who the divine feminine is. Because now it's like, it's going from like an angel and a devil. Literally on a devil woman right now. So this is going to have, it's going to have some sort of meaning to someone. Right. It's right. That's what they're saying to me, is it's like, right, seeing some twin flame dynamics, it's like, I feel some divine feminines, well, all divine feminines, it'll just be different scenarios, took a step back from the connection when masculines felt the intensity and got involved with others. And it's like, on some level, it's like a lot of the masculines wanted they wanted to get your attention, and they did want you to chase them as well. But that's when you know it's a divine feminine, because divine feminines will just be like, nah, I'm out. And if you want to play it that way, fucking have fun. I'm going over here kind of thing. And not even necessarily I'm going over here towards him. It's just, I'm not playing this game. And then that would anger them. And so it's just, that's the kind of energy I'm sort of feeling here. And it's like, but I think some masculines could see it as, well, they didn't care because they didn't chase me. But you see, that's where it would be fucked up, because the masculine is meant to chase the feminine. It's not meant to be the women chasing the men. I don't care what anybody says. If that sounds like it's wrong, then it's because you've been programmed by the weird agenda that's fucking which they've actually just, again, I'm being a bit too controversial, but they've actually, I saw something on the new, it must have been the YouTube timeline yesterday, that was about they're scrapping gender neutral toilets here because there's so many issues with it. And I agree with that. You know what I mean? It's like, if you think some fucking hairy arse man walking into the toilet, when you're like, I don't know, 4-year-old, say you're like 10-year-old is going in for a pee, and that's, when is all of that all right? It's not to say that, do you know what I'm saying? That's kind of blunt, but it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? There's a man's toilet and there's a women's toilet. Like, who came up with the idea of fucking mixing them up? I just think that's going to cause all different kinds of issues. I saw it. That's the the issue that I saw when they came up with that, and then they're backtracking. So anyway, I don't know where that's going to do it, but right. So what are we on? Right, a message from the feminine to the masculine. How interesting! Wow. So that's really weird, because that's the song I was singing earlier, and it wasn't the song I was singing, but now it is. So it's the song in Cocktail that's like, down in Kokomo. I don't know. It's something like that, right? But That's one of my favourite films, and it's probably about to show you that, but this is very like the energy that I'm channeling. Tom Cruise in that film fucks up a real thing because he can't believe that he's been lucky enough to have landed this hot girl that is in love with him, that is encouraging him with his dreams. So he instantly falls for the cocky best friend that's like, oh, I bet you can't get a rich chick, unbeknownst to him that girl is actually rich because she's living in the posh part of New York. But anyway, yeah, so you know what I mean. If you've never seen it, I mean, you need to see it. It's a great film, but it's like he basically sleeps with one of the rich older women, and you know, of course, like that girl happens to see him, like, you know what, and like she's sitting on the beach and she sees him walking past and going away with this older bird, and so she's heartbroken and she flies away back to New York, and then he has to prove, he then realizes he's in love with her, and he has to basically, well, he doesn't have to, but this is the thing that's quite interesting. It's like the twin flame journey in a bit. Well, it actually is a lot like it, because it's like he then, like, he's trying to work out why he can't get her out his head. So he actually stays with the woman, which what looks like for quite a few months or something, like the one that's older. And it's to do with money. It's because it's to do with status. And that will be a thing for a lot of twin flame journeys as well. It's like, and then he realizes it's not making him happy and he's in love with the other girl. And he, watch this, the cards are going to say something weird with what I'm saying. And then I'm missing bits out here, but I'm just sort of, and then, but it's the whole point, the whole sort of point is, right, it's like he even talks to his uncle and he's like, you know, I can't stop thinking about it and everything. And then the uncle's like, we'll go and, I don't know, I think the uncle at first, I can't remember what he says, but I think it's more towards like, we'll go and do something about it. And then, yeah, he tries to get her the first time and she's just like, fuck off, like, understandably. And then he goes back again. And then I think it's not so much that she's like, fuck off, but he has to try a few times. And then, yeah, it is just, it's basically getting across that it's like, you know, he's hurt her. And then he doesn't have to, but he wants to. So he proves that he really does care about her and he's not going to hurt her again. And then she forgives him and it's happily ever after. And now it's the end of the song, as I've been saying all of that. That's hilarious. The song's literally just ended when I said that. And I don't know why, but it came up somewhere in California. So I don't know if that's about that song or the next song, but basically, yeah, it's like there's something, oh, it's the next song, California Girls. There's something about, and it's so funny because in my first counselling course I done in night school, I wrote about that. You're meant to pick a film and a song and something that meant a lot to you. And I wrote about Cocktail, and that's what I liked about it. Funnily enough, I liked that there was a problem, but then they worked through it and then it was better than ever. So there's going to be, why is it every fucking time I use these cards? I didn't even ask a question, but the first one's a feminine. So a message from the divine feminine to the masculine is 6. I mean, yep, this is Leo energy, guys. So, you know, what about that? I'd say feminines are a bit deprived. So, yep, love is the answer. So sex and love is I'm not even sure. I thought we must be in the masculine now. I need more time. And you matter. So I think we're going into the masculine now, because the feminines don't need or want any more time, actually. They want you to hurry the fuck up. But they're compassionate and loving to whatever your situation is on your awakening. Oh dear. And the masculine saying back, I am coming, trust. I'm sorry, I'm a bit fucking beat myself. That was hilarious. I left because you told me to. So that might have been the case. Like, you know, there might have been situations where, well, it's think of, oh fuck, see, it does fit with the film. She tells him to fuck off. He's just went away and shagged some older bird, so she's like, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to be like, oh yeah, come here, yeah. Do you know what I mean? So there might be situations, but it's I think the point is about, yeah, love is the answer. That's pretty funny, actually. Right, what does the masculine want to say back to the feminine? Oh my god, this is like I'm kind of, this is someone's, because I just shuffled all of them, and I think there's more than 78 in this deck. And look what just came out again. I left because you told me to, and in cocktail. So I'm telling you, someone's specific story is the masculine. So if you're the feminine, the masculine has not come back because you told them to, I think it's like, I think you told them to fuck off, actually, or something like that. I am obsessed with your body, and that's the devil, the sex card again. Sex. I'm getting off here, or it's becoming some kind of different show. Fucking hell. Look, sex again. I'm telling you, this is some fucking Kundalini fire desire shit in the air. Time to ground, time to ground yourself. Time to ground yourself. Because if you've not got anybody to bloody transmute that energy with, it's going to be a long night. Fucking hell. Right, okay. Very funny, but it's just funny. Right, so my Muttley laugh is coming out. Is there anything else the masculine collective want to say to the feminines about, other than, yeah, look, do you even care? So if this is kind of resonating in any way where you feel like there's some kind of chance that you might have given the masculine impression that you don't care anymore and you don't want to hear from them, well, I'd say you might have been tuning in to the false light twin flame, apparently, people that try to put you in that energy of, fuck you, I don't even care. Do you know, you don't care what you're doing, you know what I mean? And that's why I'm not one of them, you know what I mean? That it's like, you know, again, it's like, you know, keeping it general, but I often don't keep it general, that it's like, there are things that I can be, yeah, that could piss me off and that I could get pissed off about if I think about it from the past and that, but I just live in the present moment and focus on what the song Beat It has just come on. I can't, that is hilarious. But so basically what I'm saying is, yeah, there must be something here about masculines feeling like you're going to tell them to beat it or fuck off or something stronger. And that I feel that's their ego telling them that, like their fear. And really this is a message from them that they want to say, you're so beautiful, why do you need me? Do you even care? Like that's kind of screaming, why do you want me? And that's why I think they got me a channel about cocktail there. Like that is what that guy does. Like he's obviously, I mean, he seems to never age either, but we'll not go there. But it's like, because I ain't him. You know, Tom Cruise, extremely good looking. She's extremely good looking in the film. And he fucks it up because it seems too good to be true. Don't be that guy. Let me hold you. And egos in reverse, yeah. So that is just a message of like that they are, words do hurt. Yeah, there's something, again, that's going to make sense to you, it's meant to make sense to it. There's something that there's been words exchanged that have caused hurt to both people. And there's just this kind of feeling of needing to build a bridge and get over it and forgive one another, I feel. Before you make up loads of different stories in your head and assumptions and make it work. That's a very counsellor thing to say. Please be patient with me. My nose is really itchy. I could see myself with you in the future. Yeah, because you see, that's why two people need to talk to one another. And I need time as in reverse. So I think someone's basically been, whoever this is going to resonate with, someone's been taking the time to get themselves together. Because you make me want to be a better person. And our story isn't over yet. It wasn't over, it still isn't over. It's a notebook, if nobody knows that. Watch it. Right, okay, so that took fucking ages. And so when I done the video earlier, I said, well, I didn't say it, I pulled the spirit said, we're like, I picked color healing, and I picked channeled healing and then clarify it with a card that everything I do is that anyway. So I'm getting tired. So I'm just gonna pull one of these. So see, it's quiet tonight because people don't expect me to be on a Monday, but that's fine. I think for doing what needed to be done tonight, I needed to kind of sit and just do that myself. And I'm glad, thank you for sharing that, whatever your name is. I know you told me before, but that was a while ago, so I can't remember. But yeah, I'm glad, even if it was only you that needed to hear that, that has warmed my heart. Scarily accurate as always, Claire. Speechless at points during this. You really have. I give thanks for everything. I'm just a good listener and I do what God tells me to say. But thank you. Lilac, strengthen your faith. Yeah, it makes sense. It's like it's like all the kind of don't give up vibes, and something's closer than you think. Right. Lilac strengthens your faith, activates your intuition, increases your psychic abilities. It's soft, gentle colour, which encourages you to expand your spiritual awareness and strengthens your connection with the divine. Lilac can help you free yourself from old patterns and regain your inner power. Strengthen your faith by bathing yourself in a magnificent lilac light. Faith is a strong belief in something, which is not obviously visible. And again, you have to have that on the twin flame journey. Someday fucking us to have it, because if you don't have it, you're doomed. If you don't have it as a divine feminine energy, if that's who's listening to this, then your masculine won't have it. So you have to have the strong faith that then ignites in them, and then you can have the strong faith together in this love. Too often people give up just before something incredible is about to occur. Hello, like cocktail. But I feel I'm channeling and describing cocktail because it's literally like someone's situation where it's like, you could have had a good thing, but your subconscious talked you out of it before you even went anywhere near it, or maybe you got a little bit and then you backtracked, something like that. Ask for what you would love to occur, then rub your third eye. Oh, I'm going to give you a wee minute to do that, guys. Connor, thank you, Connor. I'll remember now. Oh, so it kind of is like your screen name because it starts CO. Right. Okay, so if you close your eyes, everyone, and I'm just going to quickly ask that the cloud of whirling sage is, I'm just going to do a tornado, that's quicker, is whirling from the top of your head all the way down your crown, your third eye, your throat, especially because I know I've been talking for a while, but let's face it, I've spoke for longer than this. That's actually only 2 hours. That's nothing for me, but I am feeling like it's time to get off just now. Probably because if I don't get off now, I'll not come on tomorrow. And maybe I'm not coming on tomorrow anyway, but I'm planning to, but you never know. But it's kind of like, I kind of feel like I won't be here Thursday though, but we'll just see as it gets closer to time. But yeah, my throat's really sore, and I feel it's when I've been tuning in to, because my throat's not been sore today, but it feels like I've been tuning in to the masculines that are working through their feelings, about expressing their feelings and stuff. That's what I feel I'm tuning into here. So right, the whirling tornado of sage is going down over the top of your head, over your crown, your third eye, your throat, helping you. Maybe somebody's actually got a sore throat. That would make sense, because it's like, you know, when I do believe when you've got a physical sore throat, it is connected to something emotional, mental, spiritual too. But it's like, this actually feels like someone might have manifested a throat infection or something, like what I said the other week. So sending love and praying and sending healing to whoever that's for, if you're open to it, and take it away from me, please. Right. Yeah, and it's going down over your throat, over your higher heart, your heart, solar plexus, pulling back power from whenever you've given your power away, from all time, life, space, dimensions, version of self, down over your sacral, down over your root chakra, down the roots of the tree, going down and down, out through your feet, disconnected from the old earth of fear, lack, negativity, with Archangel Michael, connecting to the new earth of peace, calm, abundance, balance of your inner masculine, feminine, getting you closer to a physical union with your twin when you're both balanced enough. And remember, that does not mean perfectly balanced people not putting a foot wrong. It just means the energy has balanced out enough to be able to have a conversation and yeah, in divine time. Okay, so right, so now I want you to, in your mind's eye, ask for what you would love to occur, right? So put out the intent. Oh God, this is it. Well, it's a dark moon, but we're just doing it now. So whatever people visualize right now, I would advise, we can do it right now, but I'd advise you to sort of do something else to take action towards whatever intention you set right now on the new moon, which is like after, which is Wednesday. Just because, like I said, it's like this isn't a time of, again, let's face it, like you can't live your life like that, right? If it feels like it's time for you to do something, go and fucking do it. But a new moon, it's good to do it after the new moon's exact. But like I said, you can't live your life like that. I'm just very kind of right. Anyway, start visualizing what it is you would love to occur, right? And then rub your third eye. So that's in between your brows, right? So I'm going to read it out, right? I'll do it too, but I need to read it first. So ask for what you would love to occur, right? And then rub your third eye and imagine that you have a lilac magnet in your third eye, which will start attracting your desires to you. Activate this magnet by visualizing it and saying, activate, activate, activate. This is great for double Leo energy. Then rejoice internally, knowing that your request has been answered. To strengthen your faith, buy a lilac-coloured filter and stick it on, this is a bit much, well, I'll carry on reading it though. A lilac-coloured filter and stick it on a window of your house where the sun enters your room. Then sit next to the window and allow yourself to be bathed in the magnificent lilac light. It would be just a lot. The tide is high has just come on, so those words might be significant to someone. That's interesting because me and my cousin, well, it was my cousin's boyfriend, he started talking about something, and we were talking about Blondie earlier, and that song's by Blondie, so that might have some significance. But the tide is high is about, the tide is high, and wait a minute, let's see the words again. I think it is like, I'm more thinking of the Atomic Kitten one. It is, it's like, I need to, wait a minute. Tide is high. Let's read the words. Never give up. Yeah, see, look, it's that feeling again. Never give up, never give up. The tide is high, but I'm holding on. That's like the tarot cards of the feminine today. I'm going to be your number one. I'm not the kind of girl who gives up just like that. I think we're getting it. Yes, enough channel. That's hilarious. It's not the things that you do that tease and hurt me bad, interesting, but it's the way that you do the things you do to me. I'm not that kind of girl who gives, anyway. Oh, just read it yourself. Right, so, right, allow the lilac light to strengthen your faith in the divine. With every breath I take, my faith in myself and the divine is renewed. I'm ready to receive the highest love and abundance from the universe. And there is no higher love than twin flame love. And that's why people that ain't twin flames are gel. So see through that. Be wiser. Protect it. Protect that divine love. Protect it before you're in it, and protect it when you're in it. And you'll just have to find that out when you're in it. But I help twins that are in union, and yeah, you still get it. You can still get the prickliness from others, because it's an intense energy that you hold separately, but it's even more intense together. But majority of the time it has a very positive effect on people, or over time it can have a positive effect on the love that you have for one another inspires other people around you, but first it'll bring out the ugly darkness in them. And that's when you probably just want to spend a lot of time yourselves, to be honest. Right, so Azure, oh my god. And just so that this is just the guys being like, yep, Claire is not just making all this shit up. Look, protect yourself. You just can't fucking write this shit. Right as I was saying that. And allow flow and synchronicity in your life. And it's number 33, which is divine masculine energy, which is Jesus, which is forgiveness. And there's been a lot about forgiveness. And this is the color of the sacral chakra, which is to do with your sexual energy, which is very powerful, which is to do with fun, playful, creativity. It's to do with receiving and trusting. And equally, if you've got a blocked sacral chakra, or if you've got attachments from, just, if you've ever had sex ever, which is fucking everyone at some point, with people that haven't, that they've got all types of different dark energies and entities and that, you can have blocked energy at your sacral because you're carrying other people's trauma. So it's where where trauma is stored. Oh my, that's so weird. The album is Synchronicity, and it's Every Breath You Take, right? The Police. Every breath you take, I'll be watching you. Oh, there we go. That's for the Twin Flame Journey too. Yeah, if they're not watching you, literally, they're watching you in the fucking energy realms. But yes, that album's called Synchronicity, and this is called Synchronicity, and that's a synchronicity in itself. Right, I'm not gonna. I just got total chills all up my body when I said that. Right, so I'm going to read Protect Yourself, because that means something that I was talking about, protecting your love, protecting yourself before you're even in it and when you're in it, and then I pulled Protect Yourself. So, Azure assists to purify your aura and strengthen your connection with the divine. It can lead you to discover your truth and empower you to make important life choices. Immersing yourself with azure blue rays, and remember, I'm a blue ray, and also the lilac too reminds you of the violet flame energy that I work with. Results in protection from dense energies and can assist you to center yourself. Protect yourself from picking up dense or negative energies by breathing in and surrounding yourself with azure rays of light. And if you just listen to these words, I ask divine healing light to surround me with love, peace, and healing. Please bar any dense energy from entering my space and affecting me. Thank you. Breathe in the azure rays of light until you feel safe and secure. Imagine an azure bubble of light surrounding, protecting, and making you safe. Do this for yourself and your loved ones whenever you would like some added protection. Yeah, or you could use white light or something, or whatever resonates for you. But that, to me, the blue as well is also about the throat chakra to me, but it's what it means to you is important. It's about communication. Right, okay. So along with the bleeding heart card that I pulled earlier, is there anything that we need to know? That's actually one of my favorite cards in this deck. Actually, quite a few of them are. Right, so look at what that other one was, right? And this says your wishes are coming true, and it's the flower sweet pea. And with the green and the pink, it reminds me of the heart chakra. What your heart has been longing for is getting closer each day. I wonder if, right, remember when I done the channelings with these cards, like for a month in May? That was I think that was actually one of the very first ones. It was either the first one or the third one. And I actually got a lot of, again, it got way more views than what most of my videos get. It was up into the hundreds. And I wonder if that's going to pertain to, like, it's a big word, Claire, but I feel like that might connect to what's happening now. So if you feel guided to, you might want to go back and watch that. I'm going to go back and watch it. I think it was only about 5 or 10 minutes, and they were all very, like, quite wow messages. But yeah, your wishes are coming true. So again, it's that don't stop believing, it's have the faith, all these kind of feelings. Financial healing, yellow lily, there's the lily again, Mary Magdalene energy. Your money struggles are a thing of the past. Be open to all avenues to receiving. And I just mentioned, I thought that was weird when I said that about the sacral being about receiving. I mean, it is, but I thought it was weird. It's like you as a feminine have to be open to receiving this love, but masculine also has to be open to receiving the love from the feminine. And that's what has really been a big problem, is the masculine energies can't receive the love from the feminine when they don't feel worthy of it. So that's why masculines stay away to work on that. So leave them to it, basically. They'll come back when they're ready. Simplify your life. You've had so much going on that you're spread too thin. This has to change so your vitality can charge. So I feel that's just a message for somebody that's working too hard to rest. So and that's going to be Divine Masculines, because all the rest cards are coming out for Divine Masculines, unless it resonates in your feminine. Is there anything else we need to know? It's actually for me in this case, because I do feel quite tired. Shield your yeah, wow, oh my god, look. Shield yourself. Invoke protection to bring this situation to a speedy end. So there's a strong message there about protecting your energy at this time. And like I said, you know, we're in the dark moon right now, and Leo energy it is fun and it's playful, but it is dramatic and amazing, fun, playful ways, but it can also be dramatic and not so nice ways. So yeah, protect your energy from the world energy that's going on. The earth is going through a transition of energy, and your sensitive body is feeling it. You're not alone, accept the help of others, which has been a strong message. Whether you are divine feminine or divine masculine, regardless your gender, it is important to ask for help from other people when you feel alone, and to be able to receive it. Everybody needs that. And patience, the one we all love. Your prayers have been heard and they are being answered. Balanced friendships. Your friendships work best when there's an equal share of giving and receiving. There's that word again. So that it does feel like, you know, that feels like it is getting at that whoever this is going to speak to, it's like the energies, the waves, the twins I'm tuning into, it's like the energy is balancing out. You have the ability to connect with with the beings of love and who surround you, communicate with your angels and deliver their healing messages to others. So it can be that it's like you're getting messages that you feel other people need to hear, or I kind of feel like it's actually talking about masculines that are awakening on a kind of level where they're experiencing things like that, like they're getting downloads and stuff, and possibly not even really knowing what the fuck is going on. So, and then that's when people get led to channels like this. And I feel it's like the masculines that are being guided towards their feminine. And it's like you're just being given a lot of signs and synchronicity, but you also have to go against the peer pressure and the naysayers. Don't let others coerce you into a decision. You know in your heart what the right choice is. That's like the energy, the video I done earlier. It's like masculines are simultaneously getting downloads and all this guidance to go towards their feminine, trying to trust their intuition, but at the same time could have a lot of gaslighting people around them, or the equivalent in that film The Best Friend. It's like, you're crazy, why are you going after like some kind of thing that's not real when you've got something real here? You know what I mean? So it's about following your heart and cleansing your energy of people like that are trying to hold you back from something that is your destiny, really, is what I just heard. When you release negativity, the answer to your question shines through. Be positive. Your thoughts can shape your experience. Be sure to focus on the positive, but you can't focus on the positive when you've got a whole load of negative people around you that make you feel anxious. Let go of anxiety. Calm your nerves and you'll be able to hear the voice of your angels. Yeah, it's just the same. I'm going now. Upside Down just came on. Diana Ross. Upside down, boy, you turn me round and round. You know what I mean? So that's a feminine being like, up the fucking hell, this journey's fucking, turn me upside down all year round and fucking, it's draining the life out of me. But also it's about a masculine feeling upside down all over the place because they want to follow their heart and their intuition, but I feel there's some people around them that don't support them to share that message of love. So I'm going to leave the messages that I've delivered with you, and you can do what you want with it, but follow your own heart would be my input. Rivers of love flow within you, and others may benefit from this healing energy. Be mindful of each word that passes your lips. But look at what I said. That is about the message you need. Masculines need to share. Right. So this is very strong what's coming through, and I almost need another deck to, look. Masculines need to share that message of love with their feminine to bring about this, the balance. So it's basically like, it feels like it's like for twin flames that like you've possibly either not had very much expression of caring or love from your twin, or you've had nothing at all. And it's like, it's time to share the message of love, masculines. Communicate with your angels. That is what the message is. Yeah, look, let your inner beauty shine, pink rose. You're a brilliant example of God's love, which is what twin flames are. It's divine love. It's a divine union. It's a divine connection. The divine is God. Everything about you is perfect. So let your light shine and inspire others. Feminines have been doing that a while now, in whatever way that you do it. It doesn't need to be out in the public or like what, it can just be however you do it, doing your thing, being yourself. And now it's the masculine's turn. And release the anger. Patience. Yeah, anyway, I'm getting tired now, so it's just to say, God, what was it? It's just feeling a bit intense, but it's like when I feel it's not over, I need to. Oh, it's not even funny, but fuck me. I couldn't go against my family to be with you. I mean, it's not for everyone, and I have to say that to defend the twin flames families that are very supportive of your twin flame connection, if they even know about it. But that is definitely for some people out there, because if you think about everything I was just sort of bringing through there, it's like, yeah, it's almost like somebody that's like, I really want to do this, and this is what's going to make me happy. And it's like they're not getting someone's blessing that means a lot to them, which is difficult because it puts people in a really unfair position. I couldn't go against my family to be with you. So that is a strong message for someone. I want to contact our mutual friends about you. You might not even have any though. And the thing is, even if you did have some in the past, you probably haven't got them now, the way that these journeys change. I knew you were right, but I couldn't admit it to myself or you. I wonder if you still think about me. How do you feel about me now that you've had time to reflect? So, right. So these are all going to mean something to someone, but I've suddenly come across really fucking tired. So I'm going to listen to my body. Otherwise, I'm not going to have any double Leo energy to do this tomorrow. But again, remember, this is what I mean. They're showing you. I know what they're doing. They're showing you and they're testing me. This is a dark moon. You know what I mean? Dark moons is for spending. It's not for socializing. That's why there's not too many people on here tonight. So it's for going within. So, but if you are looking for something to do tomorrow at 6:30 UK time, yeah, I think I'll be on. I'm spending some time with my wee niece, but that's earlier on in the day, and she'll be away by then. Yeah, so yeah, and if she fucking knackers me, I'll not be on. I'll just be, I'll be recovering. That's definitely likely. Maybe that's why I'm saying that. That's hilarious. Well, that's the weirest one. She's runs rings around me. But yeah, anyway, we'll just see. But yes, thank you for being here, and I trust that people heard what they needed to hear. And yeah, if you want to come back and get a free card, come back tomorrow because it's on the Tuesdays that we do that. Oh my god, my leg had went to sleep there. Yeah, I'll see you later. God, it feels like it's about fucking midnight to me. Right, where's the thing? Sleep well whenever your bedtime comes, and I'll see you tomorrow. And if I don't, I'll see you next week. See you later.